Hello and welcome back to Join the Anarchy, the interactive and improvised Shadowrun Anarchy campaign, live on Twitch. So, real quick before we continue, our stream boss still needs some defeating. Right now that's Palmer. If you defeat the stream boss, everybody gets a point of edge, and if you're the last stream boss up, you get to create an NPC, which, by the way, I still have to unleash upon you. So,
oh yeah.
Ooh, there you go, Super Sage. Just subscribed. Thank you. Ooh, bam! Nick Morgan!
Shit, Nick Morgan!
Nick!
Nick! Well done.
Go bam! So Nick Morgan is our stream boss. All right, everybody gets a point of edge. Thanks,
Sweet.
Nick. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I want to make this a one shot tonight, since Voltar will not be with us next episode, and this has to do
Maybe
with
I'll
her.
get kidnapped or something.
So let's just go ahead and kind of jump sort of into it. You guys are about so your job is to figure out why the weapon shipments, why they're having trouble getting to Gage, and basically nipping that in the bud so that the deliveries can be less complicated.
All right. Yeah, so Deliverance actually, she gets the call like right before church, and is not really paying attention during the service. I'm gonna spend a plot point to say she also gets a message from the same person who messaged her about the karma drop initially, saying you haven't done a job in a while. And she messages Voltar back and says, yep, I'll see you there.
Then she'll message Fritz as well.
So he gets a message from Voltar?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
It's
he
basically
will,
just saying like shipment details. Items are being lost. Shipments aren't getting coming back fully. We need to shut that ever's happening down.
shipments of what?
Oh, she'd mention weapon shipments.
Right. For who, I guess, is what he was asking.
We're getting paid for it. Do we need to know?
Yeah. These are all single word answers you're getting from him as well.
Yeah. Let's see.
He also sends a picture of the giant gash in his head. And he's like, last time we didn't know what was going on. I almost got a lobotomy, so the details are very important.
She'll send back, fair enough, it's part of my contacts, so I can get weapons.
Withholding information isn't exactly helping the case here.
Well, he wants to be secretive.
Are we meeting this individual?
No, we're headed to the location. And she'd send him the location and other details that Gage would have given her.
Fine. And he lets Crowley know. He says, hey, here's all the location. If I'm not back in, let's say 2 days, here's where this chick lives. Here's where I've seen this chick. Your pump action is under my table.
Got it, smooth skin.
And then yeah, he will get his way there.
Okay. Well, let's have chat decide where is there. So let's do a little bit of background on sort of maybe what's going on. Gage, Voltar's contact, who is in Detroit, former knight errant, is now a weapons dealer that operates out of the old Ford plant and has been telling Voltar, like, listen, I could be getting you better weapons, but I've been having trouble with weapons shipments lately. They keep getting intercepted, and I'm not sure what's going on. You know, basically, like, the teams never actually find out what happened. You know, the further information that you get are like that when they go to steal the goods, they've already been stolen.
Well, black
So,
market stuff.
yeah. So it seems like somebody's getting to them first. So I think what we need is definitely a route that these weapons are taking, and by what mode of transportation. Could be ground, could be air, could be water.
I love Superstation's idea that it's a weird cult that worships weapons, because that brings me back to Borderlands when they worship what's his face, who sells us guns. I can't think of what his name. Moriarty,
Probably where it
something
came
maybe.
from. Yeah.
I really like that one.
I mean,
Accused
the thing is, I don't
You're
want.
being intercepted by Shadowrunners paid by Ares.
So let's do this. Let's not necessarily have answers as to who's intercepting. I just want like tags. So
Okay.
think like tags on a blog post, just random things to kind of like spur, like put a scene together.
It's like
I'm gonna
one tag
take
could
Lake
be a weird cult.
Lake Huron.
Yeah, Lake Huron.
Right.
I'm gonna take
Lake
it.
Huron. Okay.
Huron.
Lake Huron. So then, so this is a. So it sounds like it's a. It sounds like it's a boat.
Hmm.
Or like a dock, shipping dock.
Ooh, I like ammo.
Shipping dock.
I'm gonna take ammo cult as well.
Is Lake Huron adjacent to? Is that the one that's adjacent to Detroit? Why do I feel?
remember.
Why I can't believe I'm
I
blanking
think
out on that.
so,
I
yeah.
will check.
Yeah.
Isn't it funny? A Michigander who doesn't know her own damn lakes and she's lived here all her life.
I have the map up and everything, and it doesn't say anything about the lake. I'm
I
just
have
like,
to be
oh my
like-
god, I failed.
I'll look on Google Maps.
Here. It's
Yeah.
right here. That's what I think. Or that's
Superior,
Lake
maybe?
Superior.
Yeah.
No, isn't Lake Superior on the
It's
other
Lake
side
Erie.
of Michigan?
It's on Lake Erie. Lake Huron is north of Detroit.
Lake Erie's more up towards. No, Lake Huron's up north, I think. It's near
North of
Mackinac
Detroit.
Island. Unless that's Erie, because I could be getting mixed. those up.
Geography. Hey, Plateau is raiding. Welcome to
Hey.
Plateau of Lang's viewers.
Plateau.
Welcome to
Plateau?
Join the Anarchy. We are an interactive and improvised Shadowrun Anarchy tabletop RPG. So you can participate right now by throwing out suggestions and like an improv show and making things happen. And every time that we take your suggestions, you get a raffle ticket to win $15 on Drive-Thru RPG. So if you like tabletop content, go ahead and start getting creative.
Right now, we're looking for suggestions or tags for a group that's intercepting weapon shipments.
Okay, so it seems like it's Lake Huron on the other, right? That's what Palmer just said.
Lake Huron is north of Detroit.
Okay.
Lake Erie
I'm
is
re-
south.
Okay, Great Lakes. I'm gonna compare that to what Great Leaks. Ew. Yeah, I'm looking at Lake Huron. Yeah, Lake Huron is the
Straight
one.
between- yeah. Like I said, I have
Okay.
to like,
Okay.
yeah.
So Lake Huron is an okay tag. Let's see. Ba-ba-ba-ba.
We got
How-
that cult one, cult ammo cult,
Ammo cult, yeah.
ammo cult.
Ammo cult. That was
Yeah,
taken
That was
by.
another tag.
Okay. Let's see. On the ferry. Chicago's right up against Lake Michigan. See, because I'm wondering, Ares is a weapons manufacturer, so there's a smuggling. They're smuggling it from somewhere, crossing a lake, coming into Detroit. So like maybe Ares or somebody or another weapons manufacturer, but typically would be Ares, are posted in Canada, maybe, and they're smuggling weapons from Canada.
On Manitoulin Island.
I don't know what that is.
What?
It's in Lake Huron, Manitoulin Island.
Manitoulin?
Here, let me spell it.
Okay, anyway, let's see. So, alright, so we've got Lake Huron, we've got ammo cults. The method... Manitoulin is lovely. Look at Palmer, no one is Manitoulin. I think...
Ontarians, am I right?
Mm-hmm.
You guys are like, Anyway.
In real life, lots of smuggling, apparently. Interesting. So...
The more you know.
Yeah. I guess we'll do like I don't know if I would do a ferry, because the thing is weapons shipments would be heavily. I would say it would have to be like a freighter.
That's what I'm thinking too.
That makes sense, yeah.
Okay.
Unless I don't know. I've never been to Manitoulin. If we're gonna be doing that island, but I know that like Mackinac Island, there is a ferry that goes to the island and back.
Well, maybe Manitoulin.
So, and then there's also
maybe Manitoulin has a bunch of smugglers that live on it.
There's also a bunch of cargo ships that have to deliver food to that island, ours, because when it's winter, people who live on the island can't really go anywhere. Fun fact by Paige Jones.
The Superior Submarine. So instead of a freighter, it's a submarine?
Oh, that's fun.
Neat.
You guys want to scuba dive? Let's do it. Let's do it. Alright, so thank you to Super Sage for, I'll just call it the submarine.
We all live in a
Yellow submarine. Yellow submarine. I think we need one final random word. Something to.
We need
something
a
to
villain, I think.
Oh, I've got somebody in mind
Oh,
already.
you have a villain?
Actually, or rather, the homoerotic unicorn had somebody in mind.
Oh,
I was wondering when that would.
Should have known.
Yeah.
Ashtray.
What about a raid in honor of our raid?
Raid?
Awakened octopus.
Weapons.
Oh my god,
the
Great
one.
Man Why?
Wait,
Great Man Why?
Is an awakened octopus? Oh, I guess that would be an awakened squid.
I'm
Would
fact-checking
literally
that.
just be the Kraken.
Oh
But
my god, Great Man, you wanna kill us?
awakened
Thanks, Gray Man.
giant octopus.
Yes. And all right. So I think this will do. So our tags are Bink, Lake Huron, Ammo Cult, Submarine, Awakened Octopus.
Nice.
Awakened freshwater octopus, let's be clear.
Yeah. Probably escaped from that zoo that you went to. Deliverance. Awakened calamari that they were gonna serve, and they were like, nope, he's escaped. Oh man, awakened calamari sounds fantastic. Let's be honest.
I agree, Nick. Octopi, I think, are already
It tastes
awakened.
magical.
Them and crows.
It's magically delicious.
Chad, I'd also like a reason an excuse that Deliverance gives her husband to leave for like an indefinite period of time.
IBS.
Oh, honey, it's just really.
Oh,
It's
no
really-
time for Jesus today, honey. I gotta go pray to a different throne. You know what I'm saying?
God. Oh no.
Gynecologist in another city.
Having an affair.
If you keep having jobs, you might believe that.
Oh my god,
Bible
13
camp.
bits! I haven't seen 13 bits in like forever!
Yeah. Bible camp. Problem at the comic book store?
The only
Like-
thing that I'm thinking is like, yeah, problem at the comic book store or something for Amy. Like,
Bible camp.
I don't know. Maybe you could be like, you could get a call and he'd be like, oh, that was Aries. And he'd be like, oh. You'd have to say Amy though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't take Amy on a run.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
wouldn't be good. That would be a
terrible idea.
That would make you a very bad parent.
Oh yes.
Don't listen to Paige
Bible
when
camp,
she's
interesting.
insane.
All right.
Okay, you know what?
Make
I'm
a
taking
decision.
13 bits. It's gonna be Bible camp. So they announced like they like sort of an impromptu. There's like this group of women in the church that they're going on this like prayer like thing. They're gonna go all together and spend a couple days reading and eating and praying together.
Fine.
She says, you know what? Abe, I'm just. I think that's what I really need right now. Is that okay if I join with them?
No, of course, absolutely. Take some time to yourself. You deserve it.
God, I don't deserve you though. That's for sure.
Nah, don't say that. I
She
don't
feels
deserve you.
really, really guilty. And she heads home and quickly throws a couple things together and kisses her kids goodbye.
Yeah.
Heads out and
he gives
says
you a
her
long,
husband
he gives you a long,
her-
passionate smooch. Before,
Good.
sending you
Yeah,
off.
she gets a little weak-kneed and says, "Okay, I'll see you in a couple of days." Okay, I'll see you.
See you.
Bye. And she messages her the person who messaged her earlier and says I'm handling it.
Yeah.
And
Thumbs
goes
up
right.
emoji.
Mm-hmm. You better would be the response. All right, so let's all right, so the information that you get is that there's a shipment on a Ares submarine that is being that is the target for the weapon smuggling. Now, something that Gage confides in Voltar is that part of the business dealings that he's got going on with Copper Colton, your father, is that certain security things might be a little more lax on their way being shipped than they normally would, to help his business. However, unfortunately, someone is taking advantage of these things, of this
beat them up.
weakness. Mm-hmm.
Get too attached to that one person. I will beat them up. Planned already.
And yeah, so the submarine, it's a submarine, Ares submarine. It's going to go through Lake Huron from the one side of the lake, like in deep Canadian territory, to the other, or I don't even know if it's Canadian. Probably like it belongs probably to one of the Indians. And it's going to cross over with a whole shipment of weaponry, basically. Lots, we're not just talking like Ares predators. We're talking like, nice, good weapons. Exactly, stuff that wouldn't necessarily be on the market. Military grade stuff.
Off-market weaponry. Okay, now we're talking.
Yeah, Walter would give the team, like, after flat out telling, like, Fritz that, yeah, it's our contact, she would mention it to Scrim and give her details about, like, this is a weapons shipment, These aren't just little dinky guns, these are, like, good weapons. So, she'd tell them both, so.
All right, so if they're somehow intercepting a submarine, what's is that where the problem's happening, or is it on land once they bring it up? Does he have any information about that?
Do I have any information on that?
Well, like what you've found out through him is that when they go to intercept it, the things have already been taken. So,
so it's
From
summary.
the
right, but the shipment records are showing that they are making the voyage, but then they don't return. They
How
don't
do you
make the
steal
weapons
from
Submarine.
the arrival.
submarine? Ooh, this is a good mystery.
Yeah, Baltar would mention that.
That's just strange. I mean, I think we're gonna have to get on the boat to figure it out. Does that make sense? How you stow away on a submarine?
The same way we stowed on that cruise ship, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's pretty cramped quarters. All right. I don't think
Maybe we could find a different box that doesn't smell like cabbage or cheese.
Yeah, I haven't had cabbage or cheese for 2 months. That was disgusting. Fritz, are you going to be joining us in person? I can't see this really working in your current state. I assume he's like communicating.
Yeah, Fritz, one of the, just in case you're not aware, one of the common things is that water creates a lot of noise in the Matrix. Like, it's hard, basically by virtue of being underwater, you are cut off from Matrix elsewhere. However, that doesn't mean that the Matrix does not exist underwater. It just exists in like a bubble.
Okay.
Isn't that the same with awakened people? Like, if you switch your vision to awakened or whatever, like, water's so vibrant and filled with just a bunch of stuff that you're kind of blind.
Oh god, dude,
that's a good question.
Like
I don't know. We'll ask chat. Well, yeah, there would be like algae and stuff, but
Yeah. Like octopi.
The astral sea must be fucking terrifying. Like, if you're under in the sea and you look out like a fucking like thing, like there's horrors.
The reason I bring it up is because I recently 5e campaign, one of our mages was like, I'm not going in the water. If there's anything in there, I'm gonna be blind because of all the stuff that's in the water.
Well, then we'll go by that logic. I like it.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that too.
But he would, like, the submarine might have like a dedicated Matrix situation going on, right? Like, I'd be able to, like,
yes,
just
but
not
it would
with
just
the rest
be
of the world.
Right. So basically, when these submarines make their voyage from one side of the lake to the other, they're effectively cut off from the outside world until they make it back. With the exception, of course, of like, sonar and stuff, so that other ships are aware of their location and all that. But for the most part, yeah, they're on their own. But once you're on there, the way the Matrix works is that every Matrix-enabled thing creates its own individual network. So even if there's nothing on the outside to connect to, it's still like its own little bubble.
Right. And I wouldn't be able to, like, same with being out of the water, I wouldn't be able to connect to the bubbles from outside. Okay.
Exactly, yeah. So you would have to board on the submarine as well.
Yeah, in order to be of use here, I would have to come with the Matrix is weird in the water, but to serve our purposes, it might be okay. So just be aware that this is going to be a strange endeavor with Matrix support.
Yeah, it's a weird one. Weird island. I've heard the interference astrally can be difficult, so...
So here's what I'll do. I'm gonna go ahead and start. I'm gonna start turn order so that we can decide. Like what are, how are you getting on the submarine, and like what is, and like any. We'll do like a round of legwork, or we can do like just like getting the mission started, whatever. Like, but just to figure out, like, the first question is, how are you getting on the submarine?
Real question, is it there?
Yes. It is, it's taking off from a city across the lake, which
Manitoulin?
Manitoulin, sure.
Manitoulin Island?
Yeah. Yes, it's taking off from Manitoulin Island.
So we need to be underwater then.
I don't think you can get into a submarine from underwater.
That's the problem.
You
like,
have
You have to board before it leaves.
Yeah.
So, how far out were we contacted? Would Fritz be able to see exactly, like, doing matrix research into this? Would we be able to make it there and board the submarine before it leaves?
You have time to board, yes.
Okay.
You have time to get to Manitoulin.
Yeah.
So
I
as
feel
a
like
yeah,
I feel like if Gage told us, or rather told Voltar, that it's going to be okay, it usually dispatches from this island, Voltar would have mentioned, like, let's meet on this island. Because that's just logical.
Yeah.
Like, that's, like, I wouldn't be like, oh, let's meet on the pier where it's normally going to be, because,
Right.
you know?
Yeah. Okay, so if we meet up on the island, would we then get Fritz is getting like information about like when it's docking? Is that the idea?
like getting the schedule, like the boarding
Yeah.
schedule,
Yeah.
the layout of the submarine.
I feel like Gage would
possibly-
probably provide you most of that stuff too,
Okay.
because you know he's been doing this for a while, and he knows like which targets to hit. So assume
Works with a
that you
nightmare.
have the information already on hand. If you have to do any like more specialized information searches, then sure, but for the most part, just assume that
Alright.
you have it.
Identification of the crew members on board. Like so this isn't like a corporation run submarine. This is like criminally run.
No, it's a corporate submarine.
Oh, it's a corporate submarine?
Yes,
I thought
this is legit
That might be
business.
But it's
easier.
so it's being stolen. So I don't know. It's Ares, but Ares' shit's being stolen by another corporation. Is that what's
Ares shit
happening?
is being stolen by someone.
Right. So I
Basically
guess
what Ares-
information into
Ares-
The weapons are supposed to get smuggled by Gage and Gage's people, but they're not because they're already getting stolen beforehand.
Oh, that's so weird.
I wasn't thinking
How
of
do they do that? They have to be hiding them on the ship somewhere.
So like registries of the submarine, surveillance of anything around the island of the crew to see what they look like, if they have any sort of identification. And if they do have identification, finding a way to acquire that for us to be able to not openly like display ourselves getting on the submarine, but to have on while we sneak on in case someone like glances and sees us, kind of thing.
Okay, go ahead and give me your your logic plus hacking.
Logic.
I don't know what's up with me tonight. Your matrix plus matrix.
Yeah.
Just roll
So
Matrix.
10, 11,
Do your matrixy thing.
oh fuck that shit.
You know that
Yeah,
stuff with your computers? Just do that.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
know that
remember
thing?
that
That's the thing?
this is
6.
remember this is Ares.
Right. Well, I don't know that, but 6 successes.
Yeah. All right. So it takes you a little bit of time to break through their firewalls, but you're able to finally get in and rip the manifest. So you know everybody that's on board the ship. It's a crew of 7. It's a crew of 7.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a relatively big submarine. I mean, the thing is being used for cargo, and it's being used for very sensitive cargo, obviously. So.
Question.
Mhm.
Question. Do they have any with what Fritz has found with the crew? Could he find background information on training? I mean, if this is going to be sensitive cargo and they have been stolen multiple times,
Sure.
I would imagine that the security is kind of up notch.
Well, that's what I was looking for. I was looking for who the inhabitants of the submarine were. So,
Right.
like, I was also looking for surveillance footage of even just businesses around the docks
Right.
to see, like, if I could catch these fuckers on footage, or if there was some more information I found while I was grabbing the like dossier and blueprints of the submarine and
Okay.
registration and all that.
All right, so let's start with the background information. They are all Ares. They're all Ares military. That are in charge of. They've basically been like, and by Ares military, we're talking like they're military contractors. So they've been hired. Basically, like it's a fancy term for corporate mercenaries.
Mercenary.
Right?
Yeah.
but it's just more official than that. So essentially, they are highly trained operatives that have been run through vigorous background checks to ensure that the cargo makes it safe, and that if there is any interference, they can handle it.
Gotcha.
The training is generally the same. You notice that there is, of course, there's the pilot is a rigger, so he has training in that. So he's generally just like jumped into the submarine. There is matrix support as well, and as kind of like a co-pilot. And there's also a mage, so someone that's got that magical training from MIT&T. The rest are tried and true soldiers.
I have a question again. Sorry. I'll wait. It's not my turn. I'll wait.
So as far as the question about the docks, you know what? Why don't you give me a matrix perception test?
Mother bitch. All right.
So logic plus willpower.
Gotcha. So
And if you beat me, you get to ask the audience, and you get to frame the question however you'd like. If you don't, then I'll do it. But basically, audience, I think this has something to do with what's on camera.
4 successes.
Okay, you do not beat me.
Okay.
So, so chat. What minuscule detail that maybe has nothing to do with anything just strikes Fritz as odd that he catches hanging around in the docks area or other businesses nearby?
A ghost ship.
Skeleton crew.
Yeah, the skeleton crew that everybody was talking about.
All right, so we'll say that was your turn. Deliverance and Voltar. Which one would you like to go next?
Voltar, go ahead. You had a thing.
Yeah, I was just kind of curious because you were talking about how most of these people would be trained as Ares soldiers or mercenaries or whatever. Since I've had similar training, do I get a bonus to know their attack strategies and everything like that if we end up fighting them?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. No. Absolutely. They're strong formations. Small unit tactics. I mean, I can't give you like specifics, but yeah, you'll.
Yeah.
You have the intel to it.
Okay. Cool. So
if that figures into anything that you're like formulating in your head, then we'll say that you have that information.
Yeah. I even have. No, that wouldn't work together. But basically, I'm gonna start thinking of how we're gonna get on this ship. Are there any guards by the submarine, like as people are loading things onto it?
Oh yeah, for sure. Okay. There are guards. It's a very well guarded dock.
Now, did Fritz found the manifest and the crew, but he didn't get us on the list or anything? Like we would be able to. That would probably.
Yeah, I didn't find any sort of like identification that they were using to board.
Okay.
So that was also something I was looking at.
Yeah, I guess the only thing that I could do on my turn for something like that is just walk up and intimidate them and be like, I suggest you stand down because the superiors have personally put us on the submarine since you've been getting robbed numerous times. So they kind of have to up the ante.
Special investigator.
Yeah, exactly. Special little small. Yeah.
Wait, so is this our good ship or our bad ship? Or like, is the submarine like
with the weapons on it? In the middle of the voyage, somehow the weapons are stolen.
But so, I thought these were the guys stealing the weapons.
No.
They could be.
Oh,
These are the
so
ones that
then
are
why?
transport. These 7 are transporting this shipment of weapons that is going to get hit by Gage. However, many of the shipments that Gage has been hitting have been getting their things stolen from before he can get to them. Or his people can get to them.
So still not people who will trust us, but okay.
Yeah, that I
Not
mean
directly people steal. Okay. So
that's the best thing I can do, but the thing is if I fail it then it'll be 10 times worse, I feel. Unless they're like, get out of here, hooligan. But it's Ares soldiers. I feel like they wouldn't just be like, you can go.
I feel like if a fully cybered up chick walked up and was like, "Hey, you better fucking let me on here," they're not gonna just be like, "Lol, leave." I think they're gonna be like, "Security threat."
Yeah, exactly. The other thing I can do is I can try to stealth around and see if there's any other boxes that we could slip into.
I can make us all invisible.
Yeah?
I kind of want to do
forgot
my
about that.
intimidation stuff, but I don't have any bonuses. It would just be a straight 8 dice roll.
I think it's probably better that if we try and sneak in unnoticed than
Yeah.
make our presence known.
I just feel like if we're there, because we don't know how these shipments are being disappeared, and it is weird they vanish during a submarine stuff.
Yeah, that's
you
a
know,
bit weird.
like so like I feel
Yeah,
like if we
and
could
it'd be
actually
like-
have eyes like inside instead of in a box,
Yeah, we need to.
we need
Yeah.
to be physically like seeing this just in case. Because if it's magical, then Deliverance can figure out
Yeah.
what.
Yeah, we
what
could
can do
totally
that.
we could totally like make us invisible and get on board. And then once we're all inside, like, I'm not stuck in here with you, you're stuck in here with me. You know?
Yeah, there's only 7 of them. We'll be fine.
The
we
other
fought
part
Let's
is
more.
do it.
the other part is like I guess I can intimidate the guy. The other part is that we're gonna. You can do it, right, Travis? Rigging. You can drive the submarine if you wanted to. Because we end up beating everybody up on the submarine.
Couldn't because the dude is rigged in. It's not done by the Matrix.
That's right.
Um,
Should know that I played retro.
Mhm.
I mean, you've never tried to like take over a submarine, so
No, but I've taken over helicopters. So,
Yeah, because like a submarine is fully like physical work. Like it's like not connected to electronics. Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
you
like
have to have
it
that.
has electronics, but it's not like
Right. I mean, again,
Yeah.
if he's jacked in, then yeah, the only way to get him out is to literally plug him out,
him out.
or
Yeah.
kill him in the Matrix. Or not kill him, but just knock him out in the Matrix.
So it's better if we can kind of trick him into not realizing what's happening.
That's the question.
Yeah.
Freeman.
That's the
can
best
can I
way.
hack a control rig?
Yes, you can.
But it doesn't. But even if I could get into his thing and get control of the submarine, that doesn't mean I would control it well enough to pilot it. So
Correct. Yes, because you are
I
not a
don't have
submarine
any.
pilot.
Yeah, I don't have a submarine. Yeah. So it's best if we keep the rigger going, even if that means like popping into wherever he is, putting a gun to his head, and said, "Hey, keep on piloting."
that's what I'm thinking. Because if he tries to do anything, I can just be like, I am a fully cybered person. You don't want to fuck with me.
All right. So
All right, are we gonna go invisible?
yeah,
Fine.
that sounds like the plan.
Okay. All right, so go ahead and give me your sorcery test. Sorcery plus willpower.
Sorcery plus willpower.
Yeah, I know. I was like, yeah, let's go quick, but I was like, oh, this is a bit of a pickle. It's
Yeah,
an
it is a
interesting
pickle.
puzzle. So yeah, I was like, this
Okay, I'm
needs a
gonna
little more.
pre-edge this one. Ooh, so
Do
3
it.
plus another 3, that is 6 successes.
Nice.
Okay.
I
All right,
have,
so mhm.
have a way if we do go overtime and we're still in the middle. I have an idea of what could happen to Volter if you just want her out of the fight. So
Okay. All right. But yeah, let's see. So you cast the invisibility seamlessly on all three of you. As you are walking through the docks, you're all gonna have to give me a stealth test to bypass the mage that is watching in astral, the spirits that are watching in astral, etc. There's some tight astral security here because they know these shenanigans.
Stealth is agility. What bonus do we get from the invisibility?
You tell me. I think it says it.
Oh, yeah. Target,
500.
you reroll 2 failed stealth dice while the spell is sustained.
Sweet.
So
Agility,
Oh my
that's
god,
a
I am
good
definitely
one.
re-rolling that. 5 successes and my 2 re-rolls.
5 successes.
I also have 5 successes. Got
Okay, here's
1
my
success
rerolls.
on 11 dice, guys.
Yeah. Don't you love it when that happens? It's even better when you
Yeah.
get 0 on like 15.
I got
Because that shit's
3.
happening to me.
Total is how many?
3 for me.
3,
5.
5, and 5, and 3. All right. And Deliverance, you already used your edge.
I have not edged. I don't know if it's
Are
worth
you
it for one
comfortable
die.
with
We
your
might need
level of
to.
success?
We might need to. Hey, chat,
Yeah,
why don't
okay,
you
I'll
give
do it,
us
I'll
some
do it.
money real quick so we can
no.
get some edge?
Wait, why is it only one
I
die?
edged but failed.
Why is it only one die? You have.
Because I rolled
2 and then
4
re-rolled
for 2
1.
successes. The reroll was 1 success, and the final.
Oh,
was
I see. I see. Oh, never mind. I thought that was like. Okay. Oh, then yeah. Okay. So.
Oh, shit.
You are traversing through the docks, going between crates of Deliverance's leading. She's checking in astral, seeing where exactly the awakened people monitoring the astral are, and is, despite some close calls on Deliverance side, is able to successfully because she has an eye out, is able to navigate you into the hull of the submarine just as the mage turned to almost spot the last of you descend into the submarine.
Oh my gosh! I can't believe we made it.
I rolled like crap.
Very cool. By the way, I just looked up. There are such things as like underwater airlocks, like water aqua locks. They
Yeah.
So you can leave a submarine underwater.
Oh, that would make sense because exploring
What
the
if you have to
depths
get
and
out?
shit. Derp,
Um,
yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, she kind of wipes a little sweat off and climbs on down with the rest.
Okay. So. All right, and then Voltar, you didn't really get to do anything on your narration, so I guess let's go ahead and go to you.
I can't really do much. I'm more of a beat 'em up, punchy person. I
You
think.
can do
this
stuff. You're
one-
so stealth stuff.
Yeah, I
So
think
stealth.
I think I'm gonna stealth around and locate the cargo, basically. Make
Okay.
sure we can have a solid eye on them.
All right. So can everybody give me another stealth test as you're trying to get past set of soldiers that are just kind of patrolling the hallways around the cargo ship. Everybody have your rerolls?
Can I choose to hide instead of trying to
Sure. What do
get
you want to
past
hide in?
them? I'm gonna spend a plot point to say I find a like a teeny tiny little closet full
Okay.
of submarine stuff. I hide in there.
Submarine
I
stuff.
imagine like a bucket and a mop for like when people come in from diving and they have to like, oh, there's water on the floor. Don't want anybody to slip. You know? I don't know why they have
Safety
that voice.
hazard.
Also, yeah. Also, I'm pre-edging for this.
Okay. Alright, so Deliverance hides in a closet.
Oh my god, guys.
That's
You know
four.
what? That's
Four,
the fours. The fours count as
That's
successes.
4,
so-
and then I have.
Did you add the extra die for doing free edge?
I did not. Isn't that just a 5e thing?
Nope, that's
No.
here. You
Have
get a
I been
bonus.
doing, guys?
Yes.
You get
have.
no.
Season 1 and
5e
I've been doing
is you get
fairly-
bonus dice equal to your edge. Anarchy is just you get 1 bonus die, so you're okay.
Oh, I didn't add here. Here's my 1 bonus die.
Nice.
Okay, there you
6
go.
successes.
6 successes. All right, so Fritz and Voltar, you guys like ninja your way into the cargo area. Deliverance has stayed behind, hiding in a closet for now. Basically just keeping an eye out on that perimeter around the cargo area. So inside, you see various, you see lots and lots of like those kinds of crates that are like super metal, like locked, high security crates, basically. It's almost sort of for Voltar a little bit reminiscent of the weapons that you saw in Asukar's locker. Like, you know, like when there were like there were the weapons, but then there were also like lots and lots of crates of things.
Yeah.
They're
That's
not
suspicious.
exactly the same, but
I was gonna say. Huh. From that, I'm gonna quickly message Gage if I can, and tell him to look at my plasma rifle and to see if that's in his log for one of the weapons he had to have delivered. Because I found that in the same area.
Yeah, well, you guys haven't descended yet, so I'll say that Gage is able to say plasma rifle. You know, I'm not always sure what's on those manifests when we go on it. We just know that, you know, there can be big shipments, but I know that there was some. There were a few months back, there was a shipment for some more experimental weaponry from Ares. I can't say for sure. Well, I mean, if you're talking about plasma rifles, I don't see many of those every day. That's highly experimental.
Fair enough.
Experimental, you're saying.
She'll thank him and then mention that her last run, because she's talked to him about the last run, in that pyramid was a bunch of different weapons.
Mm-hmm.
He just stores them in there. She'll tell him basically, like, I'll keep looking.
Well, yeah, I mean, if they're smuggling from Detroit all the way to Azatlan, that's a hell of an operation.
That is true.
I'd wonder why they would do that when they can just smuggle from more local areas. But who knows?
I will keep looking. Thank you again, Gage.
Okay. And at this point, the submarine is. I'm going to spend a plot point to. Now that you are all in position, the submarine is now submerged underwater, making its voyage across Lake Huron.
Sweet. My glasses are smudged. I gotta go to the thingy.
So, Fritz. So as you know, it's a tiny little bubble down here. Being noticed can be very, very easy for someone who's looking around. Luckily, though, you're noticing that the decker on board isn't necessarily looking around because he's not expecting that anyone's stowed away. But that said, that doesn't mean that there isn't security keeping an eye out. So when you're in the matrix there, you're noticing, like, every once in a while you have to dodge a piece of watcher ice, or patrol ice rather, that's looking for any intrusion just in case. Deliverance, you're seeing that the hallway that you've selected with this closet, I'll spend a plot point, happens to be relatively close to the pilot's the pilot area.
Okay.
So you're seeing relatively often amounts of in and out from different people that just kind of like want to go talk to the pilot for a little bit, or rather to the Well, the pilot's like jacked in, so never mind.
Captain?
The captain, yeah. So talking to the co-pilot, the decker, and then just kind of heading out. But yeah, for the most part, the only thing that you're scared about is this mage that just keeps kind of wandering around.
Now, if I'm looking at astral, do I see, like, do I project anything? Does it make me more conspicuous to actually perceive astrally?
If you're hiding in the closet, right? You can only see out. You can only astrally perceive out what you can see through the crack in the closet. If you project, then you're going to be in astral. You can zoom around and you could do all kinds of surveillance, and you can go through walls and stuff in the submarine, and do it like at speed of thought even. But mage, any mage who might spot you. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what to do.
Does anyone else have anything that they would like to do? And Voltar, sorry, Voltar.
It's scary being on this like tin can.
And Voltar, you're looking around. Give me a perception test, and I want to see which one of us wins this one.
What do I roll for my perception?
Logic
plus logic.
Logic plus willpower.
So, okay. Okay. 2 successes.
Okay, so you did not succeed. Chat, I'm trying to get a point of is egress the right word? A point of like basically like how, yeah, like how, looking at this cargo space, what is maybe like a security flaw that could be exploited to take the weapons out, or rather, yeah, something that's easy to take to exploit. Egress is exit. Yeah, thank you. Yes. Ingress is entrance. All right. So yeah, right now it's just kind of like playing the waiting game. You're waiting to see if anything happens, anyone attacks the ship.
And Voltar has eyes on the goods.
Cargo.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Out of curiosity, are they locked? Like these boxes, are they like...
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I wanted to look into one of them, but that's fine.
Tell me you don't have lockpicking?
I could break the lock with my fist.
That's true.
If it's like a normal lock, then I could just punch it. But I mean, if this is going to be Gage's stuff, I mean, I don't want to be like, sorry. Just decided to look at it.
Okay. I'll take the one suggestion that's in chat from Palmer, the waste disposal tubes. So that's going to be, you notice the submarine, or this cargo area has like several tubes on all of the corners of this room. And it's looking like they're pretty big. They're about a foot in diameter. And you see that the panels on those tubes with a wrench and a little bit of time, someone could very quickly like open a piece and use that to maybe drop things into, or if they're really tiny, come out through it. But you have a hard time thinking of something. Right now, no, nothing's tampered.
Okay. Like even prior, I can't see if it was like priorly tampered.
No, this
like
is
past.
So this submarine hasn't been hit yet.
This isn't the same submarine that's been hit numerous times.
No, it's just different. It's different things. It's different things that get hit. That Gage targets, and for some reason they're targeted as well.
Okay. Awesome. I will keep an eye on those too, then.
Yeah.
Also weaker than C4. Thanks, 13 bits.
All right, I think I'm gonna go for it and project astrally to see what I can see around here.
Sure.
If Voltar's all wrapped up.
All right. Now you can give me a perception test.
4.
All right. You succeed. So you can ask chat a question.
Okay, chat. I wanna spot anybody doing, if there's anybody doing some questionable activity. So somebody who maybe is prepping to steal, or they're planning to. It looks like they're doing something kind of on the sly, or any like spirits or other possible magical issues.
Or an awakened octopus, perhaps.
Well, the awakened octopus would be outside, so you'd be just kind of swirling around inside of the submarine.
I see an awakened octopus. Whoa!
While you are investigating that, there's a guy who's obviously. You can't spot that in astral, Nick Morgan.
He's just like. That's interesting. Awakened algae lining.
That is a thing.
How can algae be awakened?
Yeah, it is a thing.
I mean, how can watermelon be awakened? Like,
That's a very good point.
So what would you like to take?
I'm gonna take somebody who is like messing with doors, rigging them. So Circuit, I'm gonna take that. Somebody is rigging doors to be more difficult to open, to create some sort of barrier. And I kind of noticed them. They don't do it while someone's away.
Mm-hmm.
Rather, while someone's there, they're like sneaking around doing this. Yep.
Okay. So I assume you tell the team that.
Yeah, I'll pass that along to the class.
So that means that there's an inside person. Someone's on the inside.
This is like Clue. Yeah, I see somebody who's messing with the doors. Voltar, it's the doors that are heading straight up to where you are. I think like this is like when she's back in her body. I think maybe there's he's trying to create some sort of barrier so nobody stops him when he ends up taking the goods.
In or out? Sorry, in or out?
As in, is he keeping people in or keeping people out? I think he's
Yes.
keeping people out, but hard to tell from Astral.
Then I will stay in here. After all, they have to get to them. Thank you for the heads up.
You got it.
Okay. Let's see. So at this point, Fritz, can you give me? Yeah. Can you give me a? You know, I'll just. Yeah. No. Give me a matrix perception test. Logic plus willpower.
okay. And since we're sneaking through right now, I'm not in VR. So... Fuck. 7.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
You've been rolling very well tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you notice you notice an anomaly in the matrix that is just like perfectly timed, where the exterior hatch, like the airlock, compresses open momentarily and then shows like it's back online, and like it's still locked. It's just the slightest blink. It like you could have missed it.
Yeah, he's gonna ping. So it's a location in the submarine
on
that like a door like.
There's
like,
the airlock hatch.
Yeah, he's gonna ping that in everyone's AR, and he's gonna subvocal and say that, like, tell everybody what happened.
Does that mean it's open right now, or that somebody?
No,
It opened for a brief
gradually.
moment.
It's appearing locked. It doesn't. It couldn't. It may not have even opened. It was locked, and then it wasn't, and then it was. So,
Okay. Something's out there.
if it opened, we would have been sucked out. Imagine as if we're in an airplane, except with water. Like,
Well,
but I
so the way
thought
that
it
the way
was
that airlocks work is like there's like a spot, right, where it keeps like the air pressure keeps the water out.
I was thinking of
Like a spaceship.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Either way, I think we would have fucking felt something, right? Like, it's not like the rest of the submarine's fine while this like controlled area of ocean is just like
I
pummeling
guess water's
the
pretty
fucking
heavy.
side of
It
it.
would pull it down for sure. Yeah.
It's reverse
would-
airplane.
Reverse here.
I would imagine that their pressure gauge would have gone up or down, depending on how deep we are. But even just that small, like, open, close, like, even just that time, I feel like that would just, like, there'd be, like, a little blip, and that would be it, and that's probably normal.
Thank you for the science lessons, Sturkif. I know, all right? I
Mhm.
misspoke. You little fucking son of a bitch.
You know what? That might mean if somebody is artificially opening up that lock, then the rigger's probably in on things, because there would be a very clear shift in the weight of this vehicle, and then they would have noticed it. So we may have two
So,
people working together,
there is-
Mr. Lock
yeah.
Fixer and then the rigger himself.
I am going to go find a place to hide, like some place that I think that Fritz would think no, it wouldn't be accessed as much, so he could go completely into VR and not have to worry about being found.
Okay.
Find one of these submarine closets.
Yeah, one of these.
In the so
Um,
are you still in the cargo area, or are you finding another spot on the ship?
Whereabouts in the submarine is the cargo area? Is that like the back, like the complete like back of the submarine, or like the top?
Yeah, it's in like the
Because
back
it's more like
bottom,
levels. Though.
back bottom area, right? So Deliverance is up front by the pilot's area, right? And then there's like several hallways and quarters and stuff, and then there's the cargo, which is like basically the last half of the sub, actually, because since it's meant to carry cargo, it would make
Right.
sense to be like that's the big room of this submarine.
Yeah, he'll find a like nook that he can comfortably sit in, make sure that it's not gonna shift around and crush him.
Mhm.
And he's gonna go completely into VR to help.
Okay.
Can you
Hmm?
check that guy is repairing the door or breaking it? Is there any way that you can do that? Because we don't. Do we
Do I
posit-
see?
Yeah, did we positively know that he's breaking in or locking it or whatever? If someone's just repairing it, fine.
Are you talking about the airlock or like the doors between rooms?
The doors between the cargo and out. That one guy.
From what Deliverance saw, it looked like he was fiddling with it to like make it a stronger barrier. Like in case somebody got in on him, like caught him, he was able to like prevent them from coming in and cover his tracks. That's what I saw. If that clears it up.
No, just don't want to.
I mean, that's all I saw. Like, I don't have any more information than that, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to get like a solid like yes or no. Because if so, I could just walk up to the door and open it and pull that person in and interrogate them.
Well, yes, I'm also keeping an eye on the exit to the airlock into the submarine as well to see if it flicks as well, or if it just straight up opens, like
The
in
exit to the
Matrix.
exit to
So
what?
I saw the lock mechanism like unlock and lock real quick.
Uh-huh.
So then that was to the airlock, right?
Yeah.
So the door. So in the
Gotcha, the door
airlock's
to get
clear,
into
the
it.
door
Mhm.
into the submarine. Yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye on that and see if that just straight up opens and like something comes in, or
Okay.
if it does the flicker again.
Since you're keeping an eye on it, yeah, you see it flicker.
Okay. Yeah, he lets them know
whoever's
that
doing
something.
there's something up. Like this isn't
We
normal.
just don't know what. Yeah.
Oh, he assumed from the get go, but he lets them know like this is how they're getting from room to room. So it's not even there's physically not enough time to go through the door with how quickly the mechanism locks, unless they are manipulating the icon within the matrix itself and just showing me what they want me to see. This person has some sort of strange astral or matrix presence going on that is within the submarine now. There's someone else in here who has entered from outside.
Oh shit. Okay, I'm gonna astrally project again to see if I see someone new.
The awakened octopus.
All right, give me a perception test. Let's see if you spot this person.
I'm gonna edge that 4 successes.
Okay. You it takes you a little while because you don't spot anyone right away, but what you finally, when you start kind of zooming in around through the vents, those pipes that were about a foot long, you see this very tiny figure like inching its way down through the vents. Not even
Is it
inching,
an
just
octopus?
No, it doesn't look like an octopus.
Tiny
I just
figure.
want-
Can I get any sense of what type of thing it is?
You see that it's a gnome.
Oh,
It's a
Those
very
fucking
teeny
bitches.
gnome.
tiny little gnome.
It's like 2.5 feet tall.
Okay, all right. There's somebody in the vents. It's someone very small. He's where is he? Is it they? Where are they right now?
They're making their way to the cargo area.
What vent?
Heading towards you.
There's-
And I'll point out the vent to Voltar that I saw.
I'm
person
still
in.
invisible, right?
Yes. Yeah, all of them are
Well-
still invisible.
I'll stay near that vent. Keep an
Okay.
eye on it.
Sure. Like about a minute later, all of a sudden, like the dials, any like dials and stuff, like start going like, and then like steam starts hissing out of them, like, and you hear like muffled voices up top, and just Deliverance you probably might hear a little better since you're kind of nearby, and it's like, oh, there's like an anomaly somewhere, can you go repair that? And it's like, yeah, sure thing, says this like female voice, and walks in, and she's going into the cargo, and she Voltar, you're seeing her, and she's got a tool belt, and she appears to be like half soldier, half engineer. Kind of like, yeah. Because, you know, soldiers sometimes have different things. She's your engineer, and she goes up to this vent that's like hissing and the dials are turning, and she starts basically just like with like one of those electronic or electric wing nut openers, like the and like undoes this panel, and this little gnome like steps out, says, "All right, let's go."
They're working together.
Oh my god! Oh, amazing.
As that happens, because shit's going down, I would like to attack them, please.
All right.
Straight up, she don't fuck around.
All right. Well, since they are, they would be surprised.
Yes.
Or, ooh, actually, you know what? Wait, no. Let's do a stealth test.
Okay.
Get 2 rerolls.
Okay. Yeah, I get 2 rerolls. I wish I was using my arms to stealth, because I get 2 rerolls with my arms. Stealth. Come on, stealth. You failed me so far. You know what? I have 2 edge left. I'm pre-edging. I didn't add the extra 1, so here's the 1, and
Nice.
here's 2 successes, and the other 2.
5, 6,
4,
7,
wait,
8, 9.
1, 2. Thank you. 9 successes.
Jeez. Okay. Yeah,
that.
they do not
Eat
see
that.
you. Yeah, they do not see you coming. You get like, you basically get free attacks on them. So go ahead and give me your, what how are you attacking them?
Are my Eskimo sticks invisible?
Yeah, everything that is on you is invisible.
That
That doesn't mean it can't be heard though.
Right.
That's fine. I don't care. I'm gonna
Just, like,
carefully
turn
take out
on
my
the
Eskimo sticks.
the electricity like at the
Yeah,
very last second.
Yeah. I'm gonna take out my Eskimo sticks,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna first. Sorry, I had a cough. I'm gonna first. This sounds so bad. I'm gonna punt this gnome with my boot, and then just both my Eskimo sticks just whap them into this girl's stomach and electrify them at the last second.
Excellent. All right, give me your close combat. Give me 2 close combat tests. One for your kick. That's going to be the unarmed one, and then one for your eskrima sticks. That will be for the.
Close combat.
I like the
The
idea that this little
female.
gnome was probably like talking to her as they were like walking in. That they're like, they didn't even see us coming, and turned around into a boot.
Yeah. Invisible boot force.
Invisible boot force. All right, here's my kick.
And
So
here
add
are
3
my.
hits to
oh, I
your
just-
unarmed.
do. So unarmed is gonna be 6.
That's gonna be 6 total.
Okay.
If that's what you meant.
And then my Eskimo sticks.
It's gonna be that plus I'm using my arms to do this. So 3 successes.
Okay. And how much damage is that total?
That is
10.
Okay. 10. Nice.
Because my Eskimo sticks are electrified and they're 7. 3 plus 7 is 10.
Excellent.
9,
Um,
10. Yes.
All right.
I'm
so,
smart.
all
Pretty much, Travis. Pretty much.
right. So, having started the combat, essentially, she just you see this gnome fly across the room. You see this soldier engineer just go, "Yeah, what the fuck?" And it's at the so we're gonna go ahead and go into initiative. You see the gnome kind of like take a moment with like a far off gaze, and they're like, right there, and pointing directly at you, and that's when you realize like he can see your invisibility spell because he's
Yeah.
awakened.
I'm gonna flip him off an astral. As he points
Fuck you
at me.
too, bitch. So I'm gonna say that that's a gnome's turn. Kind of getting guidance from that. the female is going to just lunge her wrench in your direction. So can you give me a defense test, please?
That's logic plus agility, right?
Oh god. Yep, I'm edging this. That was
Okay.
because of my bad luck. Okay. Ooh, and give yourself a glitch die.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Yeet.
I'm just trying to.
3. I have another one because my legs. Okay.
Shit.
5 successes. No, 6 successes.
Well, it should be
For your glitch die.
the rerolls should be.
Oh, my glitch die!
Remember your rerolls.
It should be together.
No, we just cap them at 3, so that last one won't count.
Oh, okay. That's
5.
fine. 5. And
Okay, so
2.
nothing on the glitch die. All right, so you got 5. All right, so she. Ooh. Okay, I got 5 successes, so I just barely hit. So she's able to just like get this based off the direction that she's being told, just whacks something in the air that she can't see, but she feels the force as this wrench just comes down on your head.
Ow.
You take 4 damage.
That's nothing.
Yeah,
Solid.
it really isn't.
Yeah, she doesn't
And,
even flinch. She just takes it and she just kind of like turns her head to her like, bitch. like, you did not just hit me with your wrench. like,
Do we lose? How do we lose invisibility? Like, is it just until I stop doing it?
You can drop it, yeah.
Keep it going. Why
Yeah.
not?
And you know what? Nah, I want the gnome to get a attack in. So he's going to. Yeah. The gnome is going to fire a like this sudden poof of energy shoots at you. So can you give me? I'm going to double check this spell. I want to say it's strength plus willpower, but
no willpower, please. Can it just be strength plus strength?
yeah. Nope. That's why these spells exist. Yeah, it's strength plus willpower.
yeah, it's 1. My willpower is
strength is
straight
1.
up 1.
Solid.
3 successes. That's not bad for 6 dice.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that.
Okay, well, he got 4 successes. So that's going to be 1 damage that cuts directly through your armor into your physical track, and then the other 5 are going to go to your armor. As this burst of mana, like this little bolt of just hits you in the chest and forces you like kind of off guard, off kilter. All right.
That
So-
destroyed my armor, guys.
Yikes.
All right. So
I'm at
that's
like 7 out of 12, so
Oh wow.
yeah.
That's not bad.
all right. Fritz,
No.
you're next.
Is the woman attacking Voltar the Decker that I saw?
You don't.
Or was the Decker
see-
someone else?
You don't see a matrix icon on either of them.
Okay. I do see the Decker who hasn't noticed anything.
Yeah, the one that's still
Okay.
like hanging out in the
Right, so there's that one, and the 2 attackers don't have any electronics that can access on them, or...
No, it looks like they've deliberately turned them off.
Yeah, okay. Well, I guess, unrelated, sorry, Voltar, I'm gonna fucking fry this fucking Decker's everything. I'm
Go
just
for
gonna
it.
I'm gonna try and go into it. and
Wait, the Decker
immediately-
that's on the ship?
The Decker that's on the ship.
So the Ares Decker. Okay,
The Ares Decker, yes.
great.
Just making sure.
The
you
only
know,
thing I
Ares
can
Decker. Well, does the engineer or the gnome have anything?
No, they've turned
Oh.
all their stuff off.
Oh,
Those are the 2 I was asking about.
not even like cybernetic stuff, like me, like arms, limbs.
The gnome wouldn't be able to
eyes?
because he's awakened. So that would be just a straight hacking to get
Yes.
into the. Cool.
Hacking, yeah, it's a cyber combat test. So if you have any bonuses to that,
So that's 5, and that's 5 successes.
okay. Roll me a. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna roll the glitch die for my My decker, son of a bitch. Okay.
That's a 1 for you
Yes,
audio
it is.
listeners.
It is. Okay, so you got 1 net hit.
Nice.
How much is that total?
So that was my hacking. I'm sorry. I thought I had to hack into them to be able to resonance spike them. Is that a thing?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
I don't think
Have
so.
I done that?
Okay.
Have I done it like that before?
I don't know. I think
think-
that's just me being fuzzy on Matrix stuff because this is my first time.
We don't do that shit here in
You've done
Anarchy.
it once.
Okay.
I think you've
None
done
of
it
this-
once.
none of
'cause
this
I remember
mark
doing
placement.
I mean,
something
I've
like that.
resonance spiked people before, but that was ages ago, and then I forgot I had resonance spike. Anyway, so what would that be for
It was just,
me? 'Cause I'm not
it's
using a
just
sprite,
base
it's just-
damage. Okay, since it was resonance spike, it's just the base damage of the resonance spike. That's how we house
Oh,
ruled
but
it.
so, I roll a hacking test to do a resonance spike. I'm a herpaderp. So that's fucking 8.
8. Okay.
So good.
All right. So you go and you attack the decker that is on the ship. Cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Am I? So attacking them is attacking their electronics, basically. I'm
Right,
just
you're-
trying
you're-
to destroy their deck.
By attacking their icon in the their avatar in the Matrix, you are directly hurting their
Okay.
cyber deck.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool. Yeah. Voltar.
Do you mean Deliverance?
I've got
Yeah, I was
Voltar
gonna say
next
Deliverance.
on my list.
Cool. I'm cool with that.
Oh, because she got the surprise round?
No,
That's right, yeah,
that's just kind
she
of how it
went
was. That's how we had him listed after we were doing like the legwork stuff, and somehow it just kind of ended up in that order. Whatever. You can spend a platform and jump ahead if you'd like.
No,
You
that's
can.
fine. I just thought you already went.
Okay. I'm going to. I'm gonna spend a plot point and say after my attack I turn off my Eskimo stick so they can't see the electricity. And I'm gonna move towards this fucking gnome that can see me. And
Keep the
yeah. I'm gonna attack it with my non-electrical Eskimo sticks.
Okay.
That or turn them on when I hit him and then turn them off afterwards and then move.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and give
But I'm
me
gonna
a.
do both attacks. With this.
Okay. Go ahead and give me 2 close
Just no.
combat tests then.
Okay. Gotta make sure that I'm doing this right. Boop. Boop. And then boop. And then boop. So 3 successes on the first one and 2 successes on the last one.
Okay, you're able to whack him with the first one with 1 net hit. The other one, like after he gets hit, he's just like God, yeah, and he's able to like somehow just dodge his way around you, like under your legs, and
Yeah.
yeah. Let's see that. He like slides
that's-
under your legs after getting hit the first time
That's 8.
with 1 net hit.
First
That's
one.
8.
With 1 net hit, it's 8 because it's electrified at the end. Electrified sticks are 7.
Gotcha.
Didn't you just say you turned them off though?
Yeah.
I turn them on when I hit him and then I turn them off. I said that in the
Gotcha.
beginning.
Gotcha. I thought that was
Okay.
just for that one hit.
Because
Okay.
if it's without the electricity, it's 5.
Yeah. If you'd been able to get that 1 hit in, you know that you would have taken him out. But he's a slimy little slidey fucker, and he just like
That's okay. I have next time.
he makes his way like, and he's just like scrambling behind the crates, trying to get away from you. Deliverance.
Okay, so when astrally projecting, were there any spirits about the ship?
No.
No spirits. Okay, I'm going to check outside the hallway of my hidey hole. Is there anybody around? Let's see if I can get up to where Voltar is.
You're starting to hear commotion going on in the cabin.
Where the rigger and the captain are?
The rigger and the decker, yeah.
Oh, and the decker?
Mm-hmm.
What sort of commotion?
shouts of alarm.
Okay, all right. Interesting. Shouts of alarm. Okay, and down the hall further. Like I'm imagining that the front of the ship is like to my left, and then if I turn right, I can go down to the end where Voltar is.
Sure. Yes.
So is there anybody in the hallway? Like, is there anybody running about?
No. Right now, if you wanted to, it's free and clear, but you got to make a run for it.
Stuff. Yeah. I think I'm gonna take my chance and get out. I will. Do I need to roll stealth?
No. What is it that you want to move to?
I want to head towards where I saw the gnome, where Voltar is, and yeah.
Oh, so you join everybody in the cargo area?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So so you scramble down this hallway, and you turn and go down the steps to enter the cargo area, and you see these you see the figure of Voltar in astral, right? Like just wailing on this tiny little gnome that just slid between her legs, and then this other lady that's just holding a wrench.
Okay, I'm gonna
see
stun
the person who was.
the lady.
Did she see the person that was working in the doors? Because they would be there, right?
The aura on the lady with the wrench matches the aura that you saw working on doors.
Oh!
Yeah, so I'm gonna attempt to stun the lady with the wrench.
Okay.
Sorcery, hey?
Yep. What do I roll?
Sorcery plus willpower.
No, that's you roll. What do I roll in defense?
No. Strength. Sorry, strength plus willpower.
Gotcha.
Ooh, balls.
You have an edge.
Out of edge, kids.
Okay. She somehow like your attack doesn't really land. I guess maybe she was moving one way that you weren't expecting her to. You shot the other way, and she's able to get out of your way of this sudden blast. And she's just like, shit, there's another mage here.
Ha!
It's at this
you just
point.
say that in the cargo hold.
It's at this point that the submarine, like all of the lights suddenly just go red, and it's now intrusion. And the girl holding the wrench, she's like, "What have you done? Why have you told them?"
Who?
Why
How
did
did she
you
know
al-
anything?
How did you? Why would you alert them? Now we're all gonna be fucking trapped here. And now you hear like all like the shuffling of the soldiers making their way to the cargo area.
Oh, great.
Are
Are we still invisible?
Yeah, I mean she's just shouting into the like she knows that there's invisible people here, or rather an invisible person, one, but yeah, she's like, shit.
Yeah,
And
I'm gonna
she,
be
like-
very quiet and let her incriminate herself by shouting.
Yeah, exactly. Balthazar's gonna like put away her eskrima sticks and kind of
Knock
back
out the
up
gnome.
against
Knock out
wall.
the gnome. The gnome can
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
snitch. The gnome
Yeah,
can snitch. Knock out the
Yeah,
gnome.
I'm gonna find that gnome and just like, I guess, finish him off, unconscious him, put him unconscious, and then toss him out of the crate.
In the meantime, while Vera's like losing her shit trying to find, sorry, I shouldn't have named her name. While she's flipping her shit, she's dodging behind some crates, trying to get out of the way of whatever the hell's happening. The gnome is going to...
This is actually awesome. Maybe they'll
Turn
catch them
invisible.
and take them and be like, whatever, we got them.
That would be amazing. I'm more worried about the gnome though, because
Yeah.
a mage is dangerous.
What would... Ooh! And the homoerotic unicorn has become the stream boss. Everyone gets a point of edge.
Hey!
Oh my God.
Thank you.
Thank
for that
you, thank
donation.
Nick Morgan, you haven't gotten like Nick Morgan gets the stream boss and then gets it taken away every time.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think he's gotten to be the stream boss.
I think I'm gonna... Yeah, I think he would do... okay, hold on. What could we do? What can we do? Something more interesting than just invisibility. I think he'll do a...
Summoned awakened octopus.
Actually,
That's what I would do.
Astral.
Yeah, but we still have that tag that we need to implement.
Yeah, I'm waiting for
Octopus
it.
Spirit.
Just clings to Voltar. Like
Just fucking Kamehameha waves of fucking octopus
Let's do
out.
it. Let's do it. All right. So at this very moment, the gnome starts chanting something from behind the crates.
Oh, God. Kick him. Kick him. I kick him to shut him up. Sorry, continue.
And you, the people that are in the Deliverance, you can hear the. Well, no, Deliverance you already moved. Shit. Well, no. Is chanting. He is chanting.
Okay.
I think that's what I'm just gonna leave it at. They're gonna try and scramble. Fritz.
I compile a fault sprite.
Okay.
5 successes on the fault sprite.
All right. I also got 5 successes. That means you succeed. So you
Okay,
go ahead
cool.
and bring it up.
So like he's just trying to fucking like nuke this this fucking Decker real quick. So kind of like fucking like Noob Saibot from Mortal Kombat, when he compiles it, he kind of like throws out an already sprinting form that tackles their icon.
Love that meme.
So
All right, give me that hack, that cyber combat,
cyber combat.
It's logic plus hacking. or your resonance spike if you're. Oh no, because you're.
Yeah, this is the sprite itself. So this is literally.
Oh
yeah,
right,
this is-
gotcha. Okay, so yeah, give
So-
it logic plus hacking, and then I think it has bonuses on cyber combat.
7, 9, bam, 1. I'm gonna edge that.
That actually,
Because, okay, 7.
Whoa.
That's-
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. Describe the kill, or rather the stun. He's an
Yeah.
archer,
So the dump. Describe
dump.
the dump.
Describe what it looks like in the Matrix.
Yeah. So this like his fault sprites kind of look like big armored, like if Fritz was wearing like armor, so it has like bulky bits to it, and it just sprints, and before the Decker can really see what's going on, it kind of like their avatar looks over as this thing just like spears them into the ground, and they just get dumped out of the Matrix, and they're probably unconscious as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And then the fucking this fault sprite just like stands back up and then fucking like sprints back over to Fritz and then stands at the ready. And then he kind of just like does a little salute, and the thing salutes back at him.
Nice. Voltar.
I'm kicking the gnome. Or rather, I'm using my Eskrima 6 to beat him when I find him.
Just fucking
Sure.
punt him up in the ceiling.
All right. So when you finally are able to locate him, go ahead. And give me...
Actually, where is the chanting coming from? Like behind some crates?
Yeah, she can
Yeah.
hear him, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna kick those crates together.
She's gonna Kratos him.
Yeah, pretty much.
Bam! All right, go ahead and give me your close combat.
That way I don't have to look for him. And all, yeah. I'm using my legs. I get rerolls. I get 3 successes on that. I'm gonna make sure this thing happens. So I'm gonna reroll my first one if that's all right.
Okay.
That's better.
7.
7.
right.
Thank you.
So just as this gnome finishes his incantation, you hear the sickening crunch of gnome in between two metal crates.
Oh gnome.
Bone and blood and and just there's just
it dead?
barely time for a sudden squeal.
dead.
Yeah, oh he's dead.
He's so dead. Baltar doesn't.
I thought he'd be an interesting character.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Eh.
All good.
Well,
It's
luckily
better
that one's
than
not the
finding
stream
him
boss
through the
character.
crates.
Yeah, thankfully, yeah.
All right, you have a second attack.
Oh, I do. I'm gonna go after the person who whopped me with the wrench.
Okay. So she's hiding amidst crates, and this, like, she's being stealthier. So I need you to give me a perception test to see if you can, or a perception test, yeah.
Sure. Okay. That's logic plus willpower, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or perceptive. 1 success.
Yeah, you've lost sight of her entirely.
What?
Yeah, she's hiding
That's
somewhere
fine.
amidst the crates. Deliverance.
She can't hide from me, bitch.
Yeah, you see exactly where she is.
Totally. Yeah, I'm gonna try to stun her again. That'll be 10 for successes.
All right, so as you are able to kind of like flank her and surprise her, you launch your, it's a stun bolt, right?
Mm.
Okay, you got 1 net hit. How much is that?
8 stun, so 9.
8 stun, is it armor avoidance?
It is, yes.
So it's 8, so it's 7, and then 1 straight to armor. Okay. Describe the stun, the stunning blow.
Nice. Yeah, so she's like crouched behind the crate, and Deliverance, like, you know, she's invisible, but she like leaps up with surprising agility on top of the crate, and then just like I bolt onto her.
Ouch.
And then looks behind her.
The last thing that you see is she just kind of looks up and is like, that hurt. Fuck.
What?
And Deliverance is I don't know. Do I want to cinch her out? I'm just gonna leave her hiding behind the crate, and then I'm gonna kind of dodge behind one as well.
Okay. My turn. This is where the
Not if I use a plot point to jump ahead.
Whoa!
You already
Activated
took your
my
turn.
trap card.
You
But
already
this
took your
is
turn.
this is the beginning of a new turn. It's the GM's turn, right?
The GM goes, and then you guys can go.
I thought the GM was the mark of a new turn. Hasn't that been always the way it's been?
The GM's kind of like this neutral turn in the center of all of your other turns, which you can swap through.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yes, it does.
I think it does. Otherwise, you could just infinitely jump ahead and take
Yeah.
like 15 turns.
No, you can only jump ahead on turns or whatever. But like we've done it before.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter because the 3 soldiers and the mage, the 3 remaining soldiers and the mage are going to burst into the cargo area. They would.
Oh, the mage.
Let's see. Well, everybody's kind of hiding behind crates. Voltar was like looking for her, so
yeah,
they're
I'm
right.
technically.
And we're all still invisible, right?
And you're also all
But the
invisible.
mage can see us if
Right.
we fail our thing.
So
I have
they're
that mage. That's right.
yeah, so they're like spread out, and they just kind of like do fan formation, going into the room with their assault rifles. The mage, you see the mage kind of like duck out of the cargo room, and Deliverance, that's when you start seeing the astral form appear, and is going to start scouting that, or I guess I would give it a quick scout now. Let me not pussyfoot. Scouts the area, launches back and says, "They're invisible."
Aw.
Douchebag.
Hmm.
All right. Fritz.
So disabling weaponry is not cyber combat, right? Cyber combat is only when you're attacking someone else's thing in the Matrix.
Correct.
Gotcha.
Yes. So you can do a regular hacking test.
Right, regular hacking test. So Fritz, there's 3 dudes with guns, right?
Yes.
And then the mage. Fritz is going to try and hack one dude's gun while the sprite tries to hack the other dude's gun.
Okay, which one? There's one going towards your location, one going towards Deliverance's location, and one going towards Voltar's location.
Fritz is going to get the one going towards Fritz. The sprite is Fritz is going to get the one going towards Deliverance. The sprite's going to get the one going towards Fritz. Voltar can fucking eat the guy.
Yeah, I'm good.
So, so I'll do Fritz's first on the one going towards Deliverance.
Okay, give me that hacking
Okay.
test.
So that's a hacking test. That's 11. 2, so 4 successes.
Super easy. Now that you've taken out the decker that controls the ship and was protecting all of their weapons, they are easy peasy to take out. So
Nice.
Yeah.
bam.
And then the sprite's like, oh, this isn't a decker, but tries to disable it anyway. 3 successes.
Yeah, done.
Nice.
All right,
All
so the
right,
guns,
fire a
yeah, so
thing
those
out
2
of
guns
another
just
thing.
go right offline.
Dude,
just
good
code.
job, dumb sprite. This sprite's
Voltar.
just like punch things.
Alright, I'm gonna walk up to this guy, and I Eskimo sticks to beat him up.
Straight to the fucking.
Okay.
And yeah, and
Nice.
since I like right as I get close to him and I move to like hit him, that's when my Eskimo sticks just light up.
Okay. Go ahead and give me your attack.
Close
Your
combat.
close combat. Yep.
Boop.
These guys are all
And
constant.
boop.
Like, huh?
That's
What
my
was
first
that
one.
noise?
5 successes on my first hit. Do you want my second one as well?
Sure. You got 1 net hit on the first one.
Jesus. That's an 8. And then boop. And 4 successes on the other one.
Do it. Do it. Come on.
Glitch die.
Okay. Because we all know that I'm famous for those.
You've complained about it, but you haven't actually
You've
gotten
been
anything
good.
bad.
Yeah, no,
Last-
this is.
Watch, I'll
this
get something
season.
bad here. 2
Me too.
successes.
You're fine.
Okay. All right. So that one lands a base damage. So.
A flat 7.
Mm-hmm. So 8 plus
Okay.
7. All right. So you give this guy like 2 good like with the escrima sticks.
Yeah.
They're on a submarine. I don't know how heavy they are. They wouldn't be that heavily armored. 9 plus 7. Okay, yeah. But either way, like, it's you have him close to going out, but you're.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's kind of like arches his back, he's like ah, and that's when the 2 others who are going towards Fritz and Deliverance's areas
Yeah.
all turn to go towards that area. But
Bring
little
it
do they
on,
know that their
motherfuckers!
guns don't work. Deliverance.
All right. Deliverance is hiding behind this crate. Her heart is pounding. She doesn't know this gun's deactivated. She knows
Oh,
the
Fritz
mage.
would have told you.
Oh yeah, you would have told us. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then her biggest concern then is this mage because he's not disabled yet. And she kind of like debates back and forth a bit in her mind. She's like, should I not? Like for half a second, and then she goes for it. She's gonna activate self-sacrifice.
Ooh.
And I think I'm gonna do it for the max. Just because she's a little still clumsy with it. She doesn't really know how to gauge between like lowest and highest. So she's gonna take 3 physical damage for 3 extra dice. And she's gonna conjure Spirit of Man. So that's just, let me add up my dice here. 3 plus 6 is 9. Plus 2 is 11. Plus hang on one sec here. Oh, another 3. So that's 14 dice.
Woo.
That should
Lot
do
of
it.
dice.
Nice.
4 successes. I think I'm gonna edge that one because I got a piece of edge there.
Might
Let's
as
do it
well.
up. 6 successes.
And you're doing
Nice.
what specifically to the mage?
I'm
I
gonna
missed that.
conjure a Spirit of Man, and then
Gotcha.
send it to attack. And so yeah,
Wow,
so
yeah.
Deliverance starts. She's kind of crouched down, and she get like
Mhm.
blood drips from her forehead and from her hands, and she calls the spirit.
All right. So this. So describe the spirit of man that you've conjured in this lake. in Lake Huron, deep underwater.
It's like this tall, statuesque woman with like thick armored plates, and like sort of like long flowing green robes, and she's holding a trident. Yeah, submarine-y stuff. And yeah, she beelines for the mage. Oh,
Excellent.
Does it take a turn right now, or do I have to wait?
It takes a turn now.
Cool. Okie doke. So
You need the Spirit of Man step block? You got it, right?
I do. Just let me grab that. So astral combat, gonna hit 9 dice like that. 3 successes. Is that astral combat?
If you're summoning it, are you summoning it in person? Like, are you summoning it? Are you manifesting it, or is it in astral?
I'm not sure. Please explain.
So, well, like right now, the spirit can fight the mage in astral because they're watching everything in astral. So actually, yes, fight it. Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
You can fight the mage in astral in this very room. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna fight the mage in astral. Now I have accident, so each combat turn to add a glitch die that can't roll an exploit.
Okay.
And is that the mage that gets that effect?
Anybody that's in the area, really, whoever you want to add it to.
All right, so I'll throw
Although
that.
I think that's supposed to be like an action that you do with it.
Oh, it's an action.
Yeah.
Okie doke. Then I'll do that attack. 3 successes.
Okay. Just got 3 successes. Should I do anything? Nah, it's fine. Okay. So how much damage is that?
That is
Base damage.
3 stun.
Okay. So one of the fun things about fighting in astral is that people don't have armor. So because they're astral forms, so you just like just punch it, or the woman
Stab it.
has a trident. Just go mighty thrust into the mage, just barely catching like arm and just slicing, like puncturing right through it, through the meat of. Or rather through the space meat, I guess. The astral meat.
Space
You know what I'm
meat.
talking about? Like,
Right through its astral
through
trunks.
its form.
Yeah.
It's astral form. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
There's
Mighty
no
Thrust
sharks in
is
the
my
water.
stripper name.
All right. The
I like space meat. I like that
Space
term
meat.
for people. That's nice.
It's a good indie band.
all right.
Yeah.
The mage does their counter attack, and they're going to astral combat you the fuck back. So can you give me a defense test on that spirit?
Okie dokie, Mr. Spirit. What do you got? Agility plus logic? You can handle that. 4 successes.
Okay, that's a base
Nice.
damage. So that's going to be 3 stun, or sorry, 3 physical
3
to
physical?
the spirit.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. That goes to armor first. Okay.
yeah. So holding back that mage for a little bit, the guy who just got electrocuted by Voltar is going to do a sweep and try to just basically like punt the assault rifle into the area where you are located. So where thinks you're located. Give me a defense test, please.
Sure. Yeah, okay. 2 successes and... Yeah, 2 successes.
Okay. So he's able to just like infer, like this guy's good. I mean, they're Ares trained, so
Yeah.
that training has kicked in, and he just like just bashes you right in the sternum with the butt of the assault rifle, and you take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 damage.
Okay.
Like 3 net hits on that.
Ouch.
That's
Yikes.
fine.
I also
Okay.
just realized if a gun fires in this fucking submarine, we won't be able to hear for a week.
Yeah.
That's a very good point.
Also, I have 2 armor.
good thing you killed them all.
At least you still have armor, though.
Yeah, I still have armor, but I have 2.
And you also have damage reduction, right?
Yeah, that's -2. So that's 7. He only did 5, and I had
Alright.
7. So
After having hit you, you see the guy just literally, like, knowing that he's hit you and your location, just turns the assault rifle and fires in your direction because he has 2 attacks because they're area soldiers. So go ahead and give me another defense test.
This is.
Feel like I would
this
know
is the one
this.
dude I didn't get, right?
Oh, you didn't get him.
Correct.
yeah, this
Right.
is the one.
Because Voltar can handle herself.
Voltar.
And you are now deaf
Okay.
for 1d6 days.
Yes, the shots start ringing inside of the submarine. If you don't have any kind of hearing dampening, which I don't think anybody does, like it's just and you're all gonna be like penalized right now. But I think I would say like a -2 to your stuff
Everything?
from the
They
yeah
have
from.
stuff?
Just
course they do.
everything.
Of course they
The
do.
mage
Plot
has-
point.
I guess they
It
would
would
have.
make sense, right? I mean, they're not gonna fire guns
Real-
for no, if they're gonna.
Real
So, yeah, they
question:
have, like,
does he
audio
hit me?
dampers. Yes, he got 1 net hit, so that's 9 damage.
Jesus. Okay, hold on. 9 minus 2 is 7. 7 minus 10 is 3. I have 3 health points left, guys.
Would
Holy
Voltar have cyber ears?
No, I mean yes, but none that
Not
you know.
yet.
help her
Didn't
out.
get the official
Also,
cyber
3
ears.
3 health points, guys.
Yeah,
Voltar's
so
not-
all of your
gotcha.
your blood just bursts onto like like it just comes out of your it comes out of your metallic
Joints and
skin,
stuff.
right?
I
Like, just
kind of
bursting
imagine
out.
I kind of imagine that she kind of takes a step back a bit and like goes on one knee, and there's
Yeah.
just like you can see like the splatter of the blood on the back, and she just kind of like touches her wounds a bit, but she gets back up and she twirls her Eskimo sticks. She's not
Yeah.
going down without a fight.
And,
Actually, okay, wait.
we're
Palmer
still
does make a
invisible?
good point. Who fires real bullets in a sub? Yes, and I remember there was a suggestion somewhere up top that somebody made about rubber bullets. That would make more sense, so I will take that suggestion of rubber bullets. So that's going to be stun damage instead of physical. Sorry.
Let me go find.
Okay. Hold on.
that's
10, 7,
Was it Palmer who said it before?
7.
Yeah.
9. Okay, I have 2 stun left then.
Yeah, that's also bad.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
it's
10
better than
HP,
being dead.
so-
Yes,
Yeah,
it is better.
exactly. I'd rather be knocked out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now the other 2 are converging on your position, see the blood, and they try to fire at it, but the guns have been taken out, and they're like, "What?"
You're like, what?
Yeah. So with their other attacks, I guess they're gonna just like pull out their. I'll spend the plot point for that. They're gonna pull out the stun batons, and they're gonna go for. They're gonna try to go for that general area. So I need you to give me a defense test, and this I'm just gonna roll. Do you want to? We'll do 2 separate defense tests since you're getting attacked twice.
Again? Sorry, I blacked out.
2 defense tests.
Me?
Rebooting.
Yes.
Okay, I was making sure. Is that right?
That is right.
Agility plus
Okay,
logic.
and
Yep.
then, yep,
And,
and
well,
then...
and you have your -2, right, from the ringing?
Oh,
From the ringing,
Oh wait, no,
that's right.
rubber bullets. Rubber bullets wouldn't cause the ringing.
Right, so
anymore,
we
right?
have no.
Because
There's
So
no
there's
that,
no
yeah.
ringing. Never mind, you're fine.
4 on the first one, and then 6 on the other one.
All right, are you comfortable with that 4 level of success?
You know what? No, I'll re-roll that. I have edge.
Yeah. This could be the difference between you getting knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, exactly. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Nice.
8 successes.
Okay, great. You just barely dodge the first attack, like, but you're able to, with your invisibility and like being able to tell, like from your knowledge of their tactics,
Training.
You're able to weave and bob out of the 2 attacks, just barely. If you hadn't rerolled that.
Oh, we never
hit
did
you.
bullet cult. Oh well, or ammo cult.
Oh, that's still in play.
Could be coming.
All right, I think that was
Wait for the
everybody.
octopus.
Would
I
that
think
be
well, no,
everybody?
because that guy was conjuring an octopus. It looked like.
Yeah, but he finished up
But
the
then he got-
conjuring before
then he got
I
murdered.
crushed him. Yeah.
Yes, that's right. Thank you for
Murder is such a
reminding me.
strong
So
word.
at that point, the ship suddenly does. The submarine goes, and like everything just starts sliding to the side as like the room gets turned 45 degrees.
Oh, great.
Oh, he summoned it outside.
Of course. Where else is it going to be?
I thought he was just gonna fucking
I thought it was.
like tentacles everywhere inside the sub.
Yeah.
that's what I thought too.
I thought it was just gonna be this like normal sized octopus, like, and just have it
Oh no!
on the ground. Like,
No no!
Oh no. No, no.
No no!
no. I actually have an octopus near me. Hold on. Ta-da!
go.
And he's on.
Giant
He's
astral.
on you. He wants you. Fritz.
Hero.
Can't wait for the new Astral Chunk song, Ghost Puss. All right. So when I can exit VR, and my sprite will still be active in the Matrix, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Wait. I'm sorry. Repeat that.
So like Fritz can leave the Matrix and be in meat space, and his sprite will still be in the Matrix.
Yes. Yeah. You can have it working
Yeah?
in the Matrix while you're. Yeah.
Okay.
Because you're always
yeah,
connected to the
he's-
Matrix anyway.
Right.
So.
Right.
Unless you're
So
asleep.
while Fritz hops out of the Matrix to like readjust himself and take his action, the the sprite is going to try and get that last gun disabled.
Sure. Give me
So
that
this is gonna
hack
This is gonna be a
test.
bad roll.
probably gonna be-
4.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Because again, there's no decker protecting them, so
Right.
that gun goes out.
Nice. Dude, my sprite was rolling pretty well. So that gun's out. Yeah, Fritz like readjusts himself and like sees like the people are like fucking up Voltar. And we're all still invisible. So he's gonna try and sneak up behind a guy and clock him in the back of the head with his telescope baton.
All right, great. Which one are you
He's
attacking?
like violence.
The one
and
with
then
the.
comes over.
Are you attacking the one with
the
the
one-
gun or the one with the stun batons? One of the ones with
The
stun
gun's
batons.
disabled now. And he would let everyone know. The one with the stun baton, like basically the one that was going for him, but is now going back, like the closest one to him.
Okay, sure.
So he's gonna come up behind and try and
All right,
get a good
give me that-
clock.
all right,
Do I
give
get
me that
anything
close
for
combat.
having a surprise attack, or is that
No.
not? Okay. Close combat. God damn. 1. I'm gonna use my last point of edge, chat,
Okay.
to
Hand.
2 successes.
Swing and a miss.
Solid miss.
Yeah.
But since I'm invisible, no
Barely
one
noticed.
noticed.
It didn't matter.
Right. Yeah.
He bent over to tie his shoe real quick, and I was like, "Ugh, right.
Voltar.
cool, out of edge."
I'm gonna continue beating this person that's in front of me.
Wait, can we also remember again? The room is at 45-degree angle,
Right.
right? So,
So
like,
now-
all the things are starting to slide. People are like getting like tumbled around. So like maybe that's why you missed, because all of a sudden
Yeah.
you come out and you're just like, whoa, shit.
That's when it tilts, just as he swings, he's like, and then we all start sliding.
Yeah.
Good to know.
So in the
I
midst of all
imagine
this
that-
chaos, Voltar.
Yeah, I imagine that when it tilts, I accidentally lean forward on him, and then I kind of lift up and kind of make a confused look, and then I just start punching him with my Eskrima sticks. Like, I'm closer, but I can still hit you.
Which one? The one with the just disabled gun that shot at you a lot?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Because he
He's
shot
almost
me,
he's almost down, so go ahead.
and it hurt. Alright, and then I'm using my arms. 4 successes.
All right,
Wait. I actually hit him?
yeah, you got just enough. 4 successes on my end as well. So base damage, I'm pretty sure that'll take him out. So describe the kill.
7.
Yeah,
Okay.
describe the kill.
Yeah, so she just kind of wallops him in the head, and he just kind of jolts around and executes and slumps over. And then Voltar immediately twists around and smacks the other guy that's next to her.
Okay.
Hopefully. Successes. No, wait. Successes.
That's a swing and a miss.
That's fine.
Deliverance.
All right, so here's what I want to do. I want to go out and banish this octopus. Can I do that from inside?
If you astrally project into the water, yes.
Okay. So, I mean, I saw the little gnome doing his little thing, so I think it would be fair to suspect that there could be something in there. So she'll astrally project, and
Well, I mean, something has churned this ship, like,
yeah.
Yeah.
So she'll go outside there, and what?
So
does
you're like
she
letting your
see?
body ragdoll in the room
Yeah.
while you're okay.
Yeah. What does she see when she gets out of the sub?
Amidst all of the commotion of being in the water, right? Because like there's all of this, you know, all these life forms, all this algae. You see this giant tentacled form that's like wrapped around this submarine, and you realize that it is not actually a spirit.
Oh,
Well,
it's real.
shit.
It is legitimately an awakened
An
octopus
awakened
that the
octopus.
gnome called to assist.
Like fucking Aquaman. Aquaman
Goddamn.
gnome. I'm cool with that, dude. If Aquaman was a gnome, oof, that'd be fun.
That,
Sucks.
however, because it is dual-natured, since it is awakened, you can attack it from astral.
You know, I took all this awesome stuff to banish spirits and have not had the opportunity to do so.
The one
once.
time that you did, it was that blood spirit that you accidentally summoned. Yeah.
Oh, I was so
this
excited
is
to
a
finally
real
I
banish
know.
one.
I would have made him. I would have made the octopus a spirit, except I was like, but it would be. There is like there's like a controlling animal-y kind of thing. So
Oh
it's a
boy.
legit awakened octopus that they just happen to have on standby.
Damn it.
This was their ride.
I'm trying to decide which is a bigger problem.
This was
the
legit
octopus
their ride. Yeah.
This is
I feel like-
actually literally a bigger problem.
Yeah.
I feel like
It's
octopus
just-
is the big one. And you know what? Her first reaction would be like, ah! And then she would hit it. I suppose a stun bolt would be really all I could do.
All right,
So-
great. Roll a stun bolt against the giant awakened octopus,
Oh
please.
my god.
Jesus Christ.
Crazy. Well, I guess this is on blood magic, which is my specialization.
Yes, you're still in
And I
the
get
same
plus
scene,
3
so go ahead.
also. Ugh, there's so much math. I can't believe we get 12, 15.
That's sorry, I don't know. It's like +3. Just add 3.
Yeah, but I have
Oh, you
blood
had, like, a
magic
bunch
is
of
my
others,
specialization. Yeah.
7.
7.
Math is hard.
Ooh, 7.
That's
Nice.
good. That's a good roll.
Solid 7.
Strength of spellfire.
Well, hello. Okay. You got 1 net hit.
Wow.
Wow.
I rolled.
That
Damn.
octopus.
Of course. I can't roll shit on my Ares guys, but you know, giant octopus, that's what I roll well on.
It's fine. But not well enough. So that's 8 stun, armor avoidance.
though.
How much stun? Sorry?
8. I don't know if they have any armor, but there we go.
Yeah. Well, actually, no. It's a giant octopus. I can't imagine it would. It's just a big fleshy substance.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just you're like going up against a bloodborne monster.
So this,
like,
yeah. So this like stun bolt just shoots, and you see the octopus just like not jolt, but it's just kind of like gets hit and like just sort of launches the sub a little more, but it like straightens out the room, and now everything's going the other way. So now everything that's sliding one way is now sliding the other way on the inside. Yeah, that ends your turn, right? Or no, you still have a spirit out. You still have a spirit out.
Oh, of course, my spirit. Oh, that guy. Okay, yeah, he's gonna go for the mage again.
Okay. Astral combat.
Okay, that will be 9. 0 successes. Hey, but he has some edge. I mean, she rather. 3 successes.
That's base damage. How much is that?
3 stun.
Okay. So they just keep going. Like they're just getting into like this trident / fisticuff fight in Astral.
I love it.
Just wailing on each other. Okay, my turn. Shit, I need plot points. I'm out. Okay, so the all right. So in all of this commotion, especially since they're like fighting an invisible enemy and like things are just kind of like going everywhere, the soldiers that remain are like, retreat, and they are going to leave the cargo area. They're gonna try and run out to the of the cargo area back to the main cabin where the rigger is piloting the submarine. And the mage would still be fighting your spirit, so give me a defense test on them, please. Or actually, wait. The mage is going to turn at the sight, or at the sense of this giant octopus that's surrounding the submarine. He's gonna shoot out of the submarine as well and fight it in its astral form.
Mage fight!
Mage, yeah, so you see this mage just kind of join your side as they're trying to, as he like also launches a bolt at this giant octopus. Holy balls. Okay. This thing is so close to death. Like, the tentacles are starting to just come off. There's a few suckers still on, but it just needs one final good hit to take this thing out.
I kind of don't want to kill it. It's adorable.
It's also trying
Poor
to
little
murder
murderous
us, so kill it
octopus.
with fire. Just so much fire.
That's true.
Fritz, unless anybody wants to spend a plot point, to jump ahead.
Going once, going twice. Okay, cool. Fritz like hits the wall of the submarine and is kind of like laying on it with the other guy there with him, and like he's kind of rolling and he's like, "I'm a man of science, not a barbarian." And he like goes into like his connection into the Matrix with his sprite. He's like Zoldat, Onglyph, and then he in the meat space just kind of turns and like pushes up off of this guy here to try and like steady himself, and then gives him a good whap with the baton.
Okay.
Which is 4 successes.
Are you comfortable with that level of success?
That's all I got.
Yeah.
I just
Plot point roller glitch die. For him.
Wait, who are you attacking again? I'm sorry. I just realized something.
There was the soldier in front of me that we like when the thing tilted, we all slid. Right?
Yeah, but they just retreated on my turn. They
All
left
of
the
them?
cargo. Yeah, there's only 2. They retreated.
They retreated effectively through a turned submarine? I mean, okay. I thought we all got
Ares operatives.
So is Voltar.
Yeah.
I am.
She could leave if she wanted
not
to. I
trained in
haven't
the submarine.
stopped her.
Okay.
Okay.
I thought we all got thrown, like we got fucking fucked.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I'm gonna spend a plot point to
Uh-huh.
say that you find the mage where he's passed out.
Okay.
There you go. So hit him.
So he just hits the wall. No, he gets up and he sees the mage, and so he says Hungrif at the form. He's not gonna do anything to the mage. He's gonna take his shit. He's gonna like go through, grab his comm link, and like all of his like important shit, to take that off of him.
He's looting a non-dead body at this point.
He's unconscious. While the false sprite is like looking around at something to do, and plot point is going to attempt to hack into the controls for the missile silo on the Ares submarine, because of course it has a missile silo. It's a fucking Ares submarine.
Okay.
This sprite, not meant for non-cyber combat, is confused but willing, and is going to attack 3.
This is hacking. I got lost. I know you're hacking the mage to steal the stuff from their comm link, and you're hacking. What?
Well, I'm physically taking stuff off
the missile silo. Oh, gotcha. Okay, you're taking. Gotcha. Okay, and then you're hacking the missile silo on the.
And then hacking the missile silo. Yeah. Sorry. There's a lot of RP mixed in there.
Yeah.
Fritz Kleptoman. Hey, look.
All right. Yes. So you have hacked the missile silo.
All right. So is he able to open up the thing and fire the missile? I'll also say, because it's on the side of the thing, the missile, like, and it's huge, right? It's wrapping itself around the thing, right?
Right. This thing's gonna die soon anyway, so yeah, let's say yes.
Okay. So yeah, the thing just kind of like, if it could shrug, it would, and then basically pushes a big red button by activating this missile silo, so it fires directly into the mouth of this octopus.
So, Deliverance, you see from the outside the astral version of this giant poof of just chunks of octopus that just blow into the water, and like all of its like inky substance and blood, it's just like takes your vision and you can't see. You're just like it's just because it's so much aura.
Blood?
No, well, yeah, I mean, yes and no. I mean,
like
it's still but the point is, because it's still aura, living thing. It's blood. Yeah, exactly. It's just it's all around you. It's just encompassing you, and you're just like, oh dear fucking Jesus.
It's everywhere.
She doesn't use that language.
She does not use that language. No. All right, so that takes care of the giant octopus, and the mage. The mage is still down.
Did they wake up to Fritz just holding their comm link and being like, I need this?
Well, you know what? Do we want to go out of initiative? I think unless anybody wants to keep fighting, I think we can maybe go out of initiative, right?
Yeah,
that's fine.
Okay, so when you Deliverance, you like suck yourself back into your body. Fritz, Fritz and Voltar, you're back in this cargo. The submarine is just to right itself. All of these crates are in a huge disarray, and the mage and the others are like they've basically like sequestered themselves inside of the piloting area. So the question is, you have in the room as with you, you have the stunned engineer.
Yeah.
So the question is, what is it that you would like to do?
I'm gonna talk to her. So Voltar, Deliverance will drop invisibility on herself, and she gets right up close to her.
You have to drop invisibility on everybody.
That means
it's
everybody?
One spell, yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think that we're kind of past that point anyway. So we'll drop invisibility, and she gets right up close to her and says, "Now, listen here, sweetie. You're gonna need to help us. Can you fly this thing?"
She's like she's down, she's out like right now. She might need some healing.
Yeah, I'll heal her.
Yeah.
Isn't the rigger still jacked into the?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean,
So we just need to.
Yeah, but the
violently
rigger's not on our
force-
side. We're gonna have to get out somehow.
I mean,
And we've clearly, like, yeah, we've played our
I
hand.
would run after these people who ran off, though.
Okay, so that
That's what
is
I would like to
215. This is the same scene, I assume.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, I guess we could. Should we call this a new scene? We'll call it a new scene after you guys leave the cargo ship.
Okay.
Or yeah, the cargo bay. All right, so she heals 6. Okay.
Yeah, listen.
All right, so
sweetie,
yeah, so
we
she
need,
comes
we need. Can you drive this thing?
Well, I could. But that would mean having to break into that area. Are you sure? We need to get out of here. This whole thing just went tits up.
Well, yeah, but how the fuck are we gonna get out of here?
Airlock? We can ride.
Isn't it like really
Look,
deep?
it's
like when
okay.
you die
Look,
of
I've got
pressure?
an octopus. So we rode in on an
No,
octopus.
you don't, sweetheart. You don't have an octopus.
What are you talking about? We totally have
Yeah,
an
the
octopus.
octopus is
I
dead.
would know.
The octopus
You
is
killed Larry?
Oh.
Man, fuck Larry.
dead.
Larry ain't got shit on Duncan.
Larry, rest in
Yeah, you know,
peace.
Larry met a very, very graceful end. Don't you worry about Larry.
It's like ripped
Oh my
open.
God,
and-
Larry!
It's like a shot outside to like blood and octopus chunks.
Poor Larry.
All right.
Um,
you know what? You know what? I
Larry.
think we're gonna have to drive this thing out of here. Is what I'm saying.
Wait, where's Sancho?
Don't worry about Sancho. He is.
Sancho
We are
is-
gonna. We're,
No,
everything's
I need
fine,
to worry about
sweetheart.
Sancho. That's my boyfriend.
He's between a rock and another rock. You're the boyfriend killer this time. You're the boyfriend killer.
It wasn't me. I didn't crush him
I was
between
pointing
feet.
at Voltar.
Boyfriend.
Boyfriend killer. Yes, dude. Redemption.
Okay, I think probably waking you up was a bad idea. You know what? I think you should go back to sleep.
No, wait. No, I cannot be here. Well, what? No,
Look,
listen.
sweetie, those guys,
I
I,
don't
think
wanna-
they're probably gonna kill you if you don't help us and we help you. So I think we gotta band together and then we'll sort out our differences later. How's that sound? I'm gonna roll negotiation.
All right.
4 plus charisma. I have +2 on contests, but not on other things.
Mothers, am I right?
4 successes.
Okay. She you see her like kind of instinctively just like reach up, and she like has this necklace of ammunition on her.
There's the cult.
And she goes, fine, but we go our separate ways after.
Oh, yes,
Oh.
definitely. We will
We're
not be
set.
going where you are going, sweetheart. Don't worry.
Are you
What?
trying to imply that you're going to kill
Nope,
me after?
nope.
And
All
that's
right,
not where
let's
you're
go.
going?
Let's go.
No. I want to clear this up because if I'm going to
How
help you, I want to make
cryptic
sure that we're
is
not. Yeah, I don't need this to be a cryptic message about my incoming death. So I want to know that I will be alive in addition to your being alive and well, no further injuries caused by you or caused by me.
Being very. Are you a lawyer, sweetheart?
I'm a thief. I just want to make sure that there's honor among thieves.
All right. Well, if you help us out and you never rob this submarine again, I think we'll have a deal.
Just this submarine?
Voltar. Just this one?
Voltar is kind of. I mean, if I could do what I wanted to do, which was run after the guy, she wouldn't be there.
Okay.
But I would like to interrogate
We'll discuss
her.
terms in detail later, okay?
Yeah.
Fine. Let's do this. We break in, steal, get control of the submarine. We need to get it somewhere safe. And we can split the loot 50-50.
No.
Oh, no. That's not how it works. You get to live. That's your loot.
Oh. So you get
See, we were sent here to stop you. But because now we gotta work together, we'll let you live as long as you just skedaddle after.
Wait, so you were sent to stop me.
Oh, yeah. Those people just caused a bit of a problem. You're our main issue.
Oh, yeah, that's
And we've been
okay.
mostly
See, this
successful.
clarifies things. This is why I like to be upfront. Because now we're gotcha.
I apologize. I did not mean
Okay.
to muddle things up.
Gotcha. Okay, so then fine. You keep the loot and I keep my life. Deal.
Perfect. You get it. What's your name,
Okay.
sweetheart?
Vera.
Vera. It's great to meet you. They call me Deliverance. All right. Are we ready to go?
Absolute
like-
pleasure.
Holds out
Sound
a blood.
irritated cowboy sprinting down the hallway with a revolver.
She holds out a hand like dripping with blood to help her up.
Oh. Yeah, I'll try and stand myself up, thank you. This is really gross.
right.
You should get that looked up.
I'm sorry that I just.
Shall we?
Yes, and she stands up, and all right. So let's narrate our way through this because it's getting late. So how do we
getting
want to
very
take?
late.
Yeah, how do we want to take over the submarine?
Well, I still have the mage. Like Fritz is above the mage, grabbing the mage's stuff right now. The mage, I assume, came back to their body.
Mm-hmm.
So the mage comes to with a masked man, with like digging
Mhm.
through like probably their comlink in his hands, or at least stuffing something in his pocket.
Mm-hmm.
He definitely has his boot on. This is a woman, right?
The mage?
Was it the mage?
I don't think we specified the gender.
Okay.
She is androgynous.
She's androgynous. Okay, so he puts he has his boot on their chest, and he's
Mhm.
like as soon as they come to, he has the baton at the ready, and he's like, look, I don't want to get into a tussle here. You lose, sorry. We need to get this submarine to a better place than this.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You know that Ares is gonna swarm this submarine as soon as you land it, right?
Yeah, sure. But
And
That's
why
not
should I
your
help
concern.
you? Why should I help you?
Well, wow, this is well, we could kill you, I guess. It's so barbaric.
Fine.
It's not
I would rather
thank
die
you.
than to
Yeah.
help you.
Oh, right. Volta!
Voltar's just like, I'm so curious what she's doing while we're all yelling for
Yeah.
Voltar!
Twice.
Is that this one?
Voltar, as she's running after these guys and goes into the main room, and she comes into form and everything like that, she immediately just pins one with her boot up against the submarine, and then pulls out her Ares Predator and points it at the other guy. And then,
What other guy? It's just the mage.
no, there's two.
There was another
This
two
is it.
guys.
She's going up to the front where all the rest
Oh,
of
you're
them
going
are.
all the way
ran
from
up to the front.
which is
She's
locked. Which is locked. Well, it would be locked. It's so
Fine.
that they barricaded themselves in. Doesn't mean that you can't break through.
No, it's fine. It's just I wanted to say that when you were like, "What is everybody doing?" before that, because they ran out, and I was like,
Gotcha,
"I would like
so
to
you're-
follow them."
All right, fine. So you're yeah.
And then the riggers, the submarine.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
He's still jacked now.
Okay.
Um.
So you're popping the 2 in the head.
Oh. I'm pinning one with my boot, and then pointing my Aries at the other one,
Mhm.
and I'm going to intimidate them. And I'm going
Okay.
to mention, yeah, she'll basically, as she pins both of them,
I am not afraid to kill you. Do not move until the vehicle has stopped in our destination. Wherever it might be. Damn it! God damn!
Go ahead and give me your intimidation. check.
Jesus!
It's been a long session. Also, when there's no answer from Voltar, like for a few seconds, he quickly sub vocals sends in text form the logistics and science of firing a firearm in a condensed metal space.
Yeah.
Basically saying, hey, if you shoot, we get a -2.
Yeah, pretty much. I got 5. I also have a plot point to spend
Would you want to spend
later
it?
on.
Spending it?
Oh well, they're
Not now.
yeah. They stay put.
Stay put.
They stay put.
Sweet.
They follow your orders.
Yeah, and that's the and then as she's pinning them, she hears Deliverance, and then as she completes her sentence, she hears Fritz, and she just kind of goes, like, but she basically, God damn it, don't move. She will kind of back away and go over to Fritz first.
Okay.
Then she'll just kind of put her
Fritz.
hands on her hips and go,
You called me.
Yeah, hello. They said that they want to die, and I have to go talk to Auriga. So if you could, and he takes his boot off of her, or off of them, and just straight up relieves himself from the situation, and walks towards where the rigger would be.
great. Volta will look at them, and
Would you like to choose your death? After all, this is pretty special in my case.
Fuck you.
well, and I will,
I die for Ares.
I know that too well.
and she'll
Thanks.
pull out her Eskimo sticks and twirl them.
Same.
Yeah, ditto. And she'll do it very painfully. Fuck them.
Okay. Well,
So right in the temples.
She's not. Yeah.
All right, great. So she's down. Just fried.
I'll move
there's
back.
just
I'll move-
the sizzle
Yeah.
of brain. Just that smell of burning meat.
Oh.
And then I'll twirl my Eskimo sticks and put them into my holster, and then move to Deliverance, who called her, and then go.
You called.
she'll check
Now,
all
are
right,
we
there's this
looking
and this.
for like
Butter,
just this
milk,
one we need,
eggs.
right? That's the plan.
The other one is behind the crate, if you so desire. Though I bet that he is in pieces.
And then she leaves.
Oh, that's not what I. Okay.
That's my boyfriend you're talking about. That's really not sensitive, at all.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that, sweetheart. You know,
You're not
you live by the
sorry.
sword and all
Just
that
don't.
jazz.
Just don't. Just don't.
You live by the sword. Yeah, I'm not
But,
all that sorry, actually.
This reminds me of my favorite verse.
Then she'll move up to where.
And you pass along like you've got these guys doing stuff for you or whatever.
Oh yeah, definitely. They're pretty intimidated, basically.
They're just
She'll
not
basically
moving.
say that they're.
They're not moving.
Yeah. Yeah, she'll walk back, and if Fritz is there, right?
Yeah, he
You're
he
interrogating,
walks
Parker.
into the room with these two guys sitting still, and he just kind of looks around, kind of looks at both of them for a second.
Well, one's brain has been fried already.
Well, that's
The mage.
that was
Decker.
back there.
No, the Decker. that
Oh,
you
the
took out
Decker, wait.
originally.
Down, yeah.
The Decker died?
Well, not died, but just he's knocked out. Sorry.
He's out.
I meant.
Okay. Right. So the Decker I knew about, but there was the two like foot soldier dudes that she
The rigger.
intimidated.
Those are the ones that those are the ones that are in the hallway not moving, as
Right.
per Voltar's request. So you just have the rigger in the front.
And the door's locked. The door to the rigger is locked.
Yes,
Okay. So he's
But-
like,
you could
yeah.
with the Matrix.
Oh yeah. He's like, hello, and kind of just like steps over the dude on the ground and kind of was like really awkwardly like, oh god, they're not usually conscious. Like steps over and like quickly he goes to the door and he's like, and then just opens it and he like walks into the room and then like looks around and then goes over and grabs like the Ares Predator sidearm that one of them has. I'll spin a plot point if I need to. He just like takes it out of his holster and then closes the door. And basically just walks up to the rigger's still jacked in, like he's still doing his business.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so he just kind of like puts the Ares Predator to the guy's head and then like messages him and says like, hello, I have a gun to your head at the moment. Please, pilot or God, what is the fucking terminology for this? Sail us to these coordinates if you would be so kind. And he will send from like, I guess some coordinates. Like, would I know some good coordinates to go to?
Would you?
Would I?
Would you?
Like, I knew in the ship, but this
Plot
is like
point.
submerged.
Gage gave us the coordinates.
Cool. So
Nice.
he gives the coordinates. Good thinking. And he says, I will also know if you contact anybody. So please don't do that because I'm really not. I don't like being a murderer. It's bad for the conscience, you know. So
Yeah.
just very
the ship-
awkwardly talking to him.
Yeah, the submarine makes its way towards the coordinates, and we're gonna just go ahead and fast forward. Now that you've basically taken over this submarine, commandeered the submarine, you do we want to just kind of? Does anybody have anything, or we just want to kind of like put the kibosh on this run, like run successful?
Let's kibosh
For sure.
it, yeah.
We can wrap it. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Voltar, no.
I mean, if you had something.
It's
I
okay.
wanted to use.
That was mostly just us voting for ourselves.
That's yeah. Go for it. Do your thing.
Yeah, like
No,
I don't know.
absolutely. I don't want to cut you off.
No, that's fine. I just wanted to use a plot point for a flashback. That's all.
Yeah.
Sure, go for it.
Yeah. So while she's walking to the front and she's dragging these two guards with her, she turns around to say something to them, and she looks at one of them very like differently, and she just kind of pauses for a little bit, and she just goes,
Felix?
and she suddenly gets this wave of memories of working with this, like, his face is blurred, but like she can see the color of his eyes, working with him, training with him, how he's helping her up when she's falling down constantly, patting her on the back, training with her. And when she like comes to, she kind of just stays there and freezes for a bit, like she's malfunctioning, like she just doesn't comprehend what's going on. That's my plot point.
So you physically said Felix to this soldier?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't recognize you. How do you know my name?
Don't know. We were on a ropes course.
Were we? I don't remember you.
Yes, we were. You helped me up after I couldn't make the swing.
What's your name?
Voltar.
No, I mean, I sort of remember, but I don't know the name Voltar.
I am sorry.
And she kind of backs away a little bit.
And at the most inopportune time, she gets. They both get a subvocal. Deliverance and Voltar get a subvocal from Fritz saying, "I hate to be the Grim Reaper in this situation, but these are corporate. I mean, they're tied to a corporation, and they have seen your faces. And we have a suspected blood mage and a technomancer. We won't be safe if they are alive and well and able to speak."
Oh God, really? Do we have to?
I don't usually have the stomach for this type of thing, but it is a means of survival. You saw what happened with Aztec technology, and I will not live through another endeavor if I am taken from. If one of these corporations gets their hand on either Deliverance or I, we are going to be dissected like frogs. And there's too high a chance that these people could tell somebody. Unless there's something you could do to alter their memory, or there's no way to ensure silence willfully, unfortunately.
I don't have anything for that.
The best I can do is cause serious trauma to their membrane. This could cause a break, ruption in their memory. That
So I have a PhD in biology. Would I know of a way to would I know of like the specific part of the human brain that you could severely damage in order to?
Because you have the knowledge, skill in biology, and the PhD
do.
will say that yes.
But would I also know that that's
be a very
basically
specific,
just hitting
like-
them in the head really hard?
Well, I mean, it has to be a very specific application of electricity. A certain amount of
Which I
time.
have.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he'll say that. He says like if you two like right trigger for blue option, left trigger for red option. He's like,
oh yeah.
so
yeah.
you could kill them, or you could try and delicately manipulate this part of their brain with a shock of electricity. Your eskrima sticks could provide that. Though depending on how they work, it could overcharge. Depending, I don't know if you can turn down the setting, but if you don't want to kill them, you could attempt an electrical discharge.
Is this like legit? We can actually do this.
Mm-hmm.
Oz, like that's okay.
I mean, what is? You tell me. Does the science not work in that, or?
Science not working.
I mean, sort of yes. It had to be pretty precise, but
brain's
I mean,
memory. Yeah, no,
Have to be
it's like it's
very
literally
precise,
like
yeah.
it's
you're basically
technically sort
finding
of
the section
kind
of their brain that
possible.
has something like that, and then shocking that half.
And there's
We
like
need very specific stuff, but like I don't know. In our magical cyberpunk world.
well, also, like Fritz has biology, so he has a PhD in biology, so I would assume that he would know he would know how to precisely apply. He might have like little gizmos and stuff to kind of like read their bio monitors. You could hack into their bio monitors even. They have them. So like you can have them and you can kind of see where they're at. So you can kind of like, again, you're straddling, there's the possibility of killing them.
Right.
I mean, either
And he
way,
lets you know like it's not clean. It's not
Yeah.
surgery.
Yeah.
And
Like,
chat's like, yeah, it's sci-fi. We
It could
know,
happen. Yeah,
we know
it
how
could
to
happen.
we know how to shock a brain
Yeah.
to scrub memories.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. So
It happens now. So.
It kind of happens to
Um,
like half of the characters here on the show.
That's true.
Yeah.
So anyway,
You could always wait until they're 80 years old and then the memories erase themselves.
It's pretty.
Not that I would know.
all right. So
Oh,
you're
either
going
way-
to.
Yeah, either way, like if it fails, then they don't get to contact anybody, and if it
Mhm.
Right.
works, then whatever. So
All right,
yeah,
let's
she'll
grab them, and then I'll
Sounds fine.
analyze truth on them all to make sure they actually don't
Mhm.
remember.
Yeah.
So as you
Yeah.
go down the line and you you go down the line and your last one is that guy from your memory, Voltar,
Felix.
Felix. Yeah.
Felix.
Do it. Your dad in the back of your brain.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, she'll kind of freeze up again, not like really able to do it at all. And she basically just looks at her Estroma sticks and carefully basically does it, and then when she's done, she kind of just steps back a little bit and she keeps to herself.
And after the severe trauma, just looks at you and says, Victor.
Yeah, that name just kind of shakes her a little bit, and she just kind of step backs a little bit more and drops her Eskimo sticks. And then she like looks at her
What
hands
did
a
they
little
do
bit.
to you, Victor? And then he just passes out.
Walter, what is happening? Are you okay? Is he okay?
Voltar, she's just staring at her hands for a moment, and she, her brain basically just floods of, like, just training with Felix and hearing him speak to her, and, like, they were best friends. And she just suddenly kind of collapses and passes out, basically just faints.
What? Brit.
Interesting. He's like disconnected from this. He's like leaned down to the guy and he's like, very interesting. He's like, oh, I'm sorry, no, I have to use my fucking my thing. He's like, simply astounding. It appears that there may have been some sort of memory manipulation inside of an Ares project. If she sent an electrical discharge to his hippocampus or his amygdala, undoing whatever brainwashing they had done, she may have returned his mind to a natural state outside of some sort of corporate messing about.
So she brought his memory back by shocking him?
You heard him before, he didn't remember her, and now he's saying a name when he looks at her. This is incredible research. She reversed brainwashing. That means that in the temporal lobe.
Thanks, Miller.
Nick, shock him again.
Yeah. So that means that whatever they do, it can be undone seemingly relatively easily. I mean, this was street surgery with weaponry. This isn't even like surgery done professionally. This is fantastic. If say someone was brought into a program to work with Ares somehow, and something like this man or possibly Volta were to happen, it's reversible.
But this is what they do to people.
This is what they do to people.
They steal their
This is-
memories.
It's disgusting, but the fact that we know a weakness in their design, it's fascinating. It's wunderbar.
Yeah.
He like realizes he's getting too excited, and he's like,
Yeah.
No.
They're like standing in front
imagine
of like
if
this
we
pile
remember.
of unconscious bodies.
Like, everybody's unconscious. We're like, whoa! But imagine if we could do this with other Ares. I mean, you heard that mage. He was
Yeah.
willing to die for them because what they've their lives.
well, if someone had a gun to your head and wanted you to give up information about who you work for, would you? They're trained soldiers. What'd she say?
I don't work for anyone.
Well, say the Johnson. If someone had a gun to your head, and they wanted you to give up your Johnson, would you? And now he's like looking at you. He's like, yeah,
And
he's
that's
like
when you
making
notice
eye
that
contact.
like Vera is like looking at you guys like it's one of those
Why
moments
don't
where
we
you're just
back
like
Vera
you're looking at
already?
each other and then she's in the middle and she's like, yeah, this is really high level stuff and I think this is something that's between all of you. So I'm just going to
I'm gonna
leave."
grab Voltar's stick and zap her in the head. In like the exact spot being like so she doesn't remember.
She drops.
I'm sorry, she just interrupted our moment. I know it's late and we all want to go to bed, but
Interesting.
She's literally just about to leave.
Very interesting.
You were like,
Well,
nope.
I'm gonna go check her pulse real quick. I'm gonna check everyone's pulse to make sure to see if anyone died.
all right. And I imagine we like get back to the right spot. Like we're there pretty much right away.
Yeah.
I'm curious. Did any of my electrocuting things kill any of them?
Roll a glitch die. It's my
Okay.
last plot point.
Oh boy. This is the one you're gonna get.
Yep.
Oh no, you got it.
Exploit.
Nice.
Yeah, no.
Exploit.
Yeah.
Nope.
Nice.
No, you did it with
I
Fritz's
actually have that
guidance
exploit.
and your assassin-like precision. Yeah, you were able to pull it off.
Sweet. Can that exploit be? No. I'll leave that to whomever or chat if they're still awake.
Does it have to be a 6 to be an exploit, or is it 5 okay?
Five
Five.
is also an
5 or
exploit.
6.
Okay.
Yeah. 5 or 6.
The only exploit that I could think of is having Felix remember Voltar.
I like
but
that.
even
But
yeah,
still forget us. Like
but yeah, but still forget
Yeah.
like just the moment when he looked up at her and said,
It works
Victor.
out perfectly.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Is the exploit. The exploit is we're fucking magicians. Now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Scientist.
he's like, this is interesting. He's like, all right. So that's one scientific conundrum out of the way. The second being, how much does she? He like points to Voltar. How much does she weigh, and can we carry her?
How
well,
much do I weigh us with all my cyber?
Gage-
You're a lot of
Gage-
metal.
Gage had people meeting us there, plot
Yeah.
point.
There you go.
Yeah.
So
Fair
we'll
enough.
Be able to help out with that.
Yeah, so like
Quickly, Fritz
this
will.
convoy
Oh, sorry.
of trucks, armored trucks are like coming up, all of which belong to Gage, and Gage steps down and sees this like submarine and how like messed up some of you are, and sees Voltar on the ground and is like, holy shit, is she okay? Is everyone okay?
I think
He,
she'll be
like-
fine.
Oh no, actually no. Fucking Fritz wouldn't fucking talk to these fuckers.
Yeah,
What
yeah,
am I thinking? He's like, like
I'm out.
Yeah. We just made sure they wouldn't remember anything, and Voltar had a little bit of a mix-up. She's all right. We checked her out.
He well, here, help me carry her in, and just scoops up as best as he can because Voltar is incredibly heavy with all the cyberware.
There's like 4 people. They're like,
Yeah.
we
And
got
then-
the rigor, right? Like we made sure to unjack
Yeah,
him
yeah.
safely.
Yes,
and then
everyone
zap him. Okay.
has been
Alright.
neutralized on board.
everyone's handled.
But yeah, Fritz immediately like a little kid when meeting a new adult, Like when this fucking rando fucking like corporation
behind
bitch
Deliverance.
comes in, he immediately like avoids eye contact, grabs everything he needs to do, and fucking walks past him. Like he's out.
And so Deliverance will kind of show him the ropes and be like, yeah, we there's an octopus, and then this gnome crawled through the ducts, and then this lady here was. Anyway, here's all the guns. That's what you wanted. And
Actually, yes.
we got Voltar. And I mean, I can take her and patch her up if you need.
I mean, we can take it from here, I think.
Deliverance is gonna she's not 100%. She's a little bit nervous just leaving her with Gage because she doesn't know this guy, and she's like, feeling like a mama bear. So she's like, yeah, I can take her. Just load her up and I'll bring her home.
It's fine. You can just come with.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like you've all been through a lot, so.
Like Fritz is like, no.
Yeah, Fritz got the Metal Gear Solid like nope.
I'm gonna can I judge intentions of some?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I would love to as well.
Go ahead.
I'm not sure how that works.
Charisma
Would
plus
that
logic.
Be analyzed truth?
You can analyze truth on him, sure.
I'll do both. How about? So 7 successes. What up, biatches?
Do you really want to do an analyze truth on that?
No, you know what? I'm gonna stick with my judge intentions.
Yeah. Yeah, you see right through him. Well, actually, not that he's hiding anything. Yeah, no, he looks like he genuinely cares about Voltar's well-being, and he's not going to bring any harm. And obviously, he's also very interested in the shipment of guns. So you don't feel like you're in any danger. And actually,
Okay.
Fritz, you actually get this. Wait, you got 1 success? No, 2 successes.
I got 2.
Yeah, you get the same. I mean, it's a little hard for you because you're so paranoid about people, but yeah, the more that you think about it, you're like, okay, I think you can, this might be an exception for you.
Would I think it's an exception, or would I think that he's probably doesn't mean us harm?
He doesn't mean you harm. Probably.
Most
he's
likely.
gonna subvocal Deliverance, and he's gonna say, I have a different form of transportation I'm taking. Calamity, you met her before. I made sure to contact her to make sure that I have a way of getting home. If you'd like, you can come with. That's where you're not. Yeah. But he's sitting that as he's like Ares, and
Yeah, she'll nod and say, all right, she'll be in good hands with you. You take care of her. We'll wire payment later.
Well, actually, just so you know, the convoy does not have any Ares logos on it whatsoever. This isn't an Ares operation.
And but I feel confident in her going with him. So
that's right.
Okay,
Gage is nothing to do with Ares, huh?
Yeah,
That's
he was a knight errant, and he's not probably even wearing any logos.
This is still Voltar's contact of a bunch of random dudes that have and then there was Ares guys here, and it's just safe. It's safe if he assumes everyone's the boogeyman.
Yeah,
and he's still like,
oh yeah,
fuck
no,
you,
Fritz
fuck
I
you,
totally
fuck
get. Fritz I totally get.
Yeah.
But if it was Ares, it's not necessarily the case.
Right. Still.
So anyway, yes.
Yeah, I'll head back with Fritz and then send Voltar with Gage.
Okay, great. So Calamity shows up and just like, oh hey, who's your new friend? she's like in this pink.
Corvette, right?
Was it a Corvette or a Cadillac? It was a
it's
Cadillac, right?
It's a pink Cadillac with fucking cowhide interior.
Yeah.
She's super Valley Girl.
Cowgirl hat. She's like, oh hi.
Awesome.
Hi.
Hello.
Are you a friend? You're a friend?
The two of you have met before.
No.
I don't believe we
No, they
have.
So early,
Particular
Calamity
episode.
was the driver for when we were taking down a mobile convoy.
which Deliverance
Yeah,
was
she
not there
wasn't there.
for.
I wasn't there
Yeah,
for.
it was just
Maybe
me
you
and
had a
you.
memory lapse.
Oh,
Yeah, so he
in character.
says, so he's like, you two have met before. Yeah?
I think I would remember this fabulous ride.
No,
Yeah.
I met your friend, the silvery one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it
well,
was just us. It was just us three.
Calamity und Deliverance, Calamity. He kind of just awkwardly gets into the car and is kind of like, what the
And
fuck?
Deliverance and Calamity are like insta friends. They're like,
Oh yeah.
they're like,
Oh
my
yeah.
god! Oh my god! Really?
Oh my god! And you know what? I love a good root beer float.
Well, you know what? I'll send you my recipe for pumpkin cheese cones. They're so good.
Oh my God,
Just got
that
the
sounds
key.
amazing.
The key is
Oh,
you'd
yeah.
never believe it. The cheddar on top. I'm not even kidding. Pumpkin and cheddar.
I
mean, it's all soy anyway.
Like,
Just zooming off
with-
into the just zooming off alongside the coast of Lake Huron, which you are submerged into. And every once in a while looking at over to it, and making your way back to Detroit. And I think that's where we're gonna. I think we should leave the session at this. Yeah.
yeah.
This
It's
was
a good
2 hours
place.
longer than we usually go for.
Yeah, that was big. That was a
Yeah.
big one.
But hey, it was great.
Hey, it was really good.
Yeah.
It was really good. I
We
like
got
it.
we got some cool
We caught up.
backstory and
Yeah.
I don't know, waking
Awesome.
We met Abraham Jackson. Whew.
oh my god.
What a
He
dreamboat
turned
my
out way
husband is.
sexier than I thought he would.
Yeah. I was thinking about it beforehand. I was like, I'm gonna make him a bombshell.
He's a living pinup. You know, he's
Yeah. He's a.
he's like the fucking Captain America posters.
Oh yeah.
You know he's done a couple of calendars.
Oh,
special
yeah.
calendars.
It's been
Fundraiser
6
calendars.
months.
That's actually how they met.
Very excited.
That'd be funny if that was actually true. So the homoerotic unicorn is again our stream boss.
Hey!
Congratulations.
Congrats on 2 in a row.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that means that you've got another friend to introduce into their lives next episode. Meanwhile, let's go ahead and give away $15 on DriveThruRPG
Yeah.
to one of the people that contributed their great ideas to making all of this happen. Is it the octopus? Is it the waste disposal tubes? Is it the zoo steakhouse? Is it nihilism? The winner is nihilism. Palmer.
Hey, Palmer!
Nihilism
Palmer!
is worse than existentialism. So
Nice.
congratulations to Palmer.
Good
You just
job.
won $15 on 15 on DriveThruRPG. And speaking of Palmer, remember to check out Radio Free Detroit.
Yeah.
That's
Does it?
Palmer.
the Ziggy.
Plug your shit, Palmer. Plug it again.
Yes.
Yeah, plug it.
Yeah. The Ziggy will be making an appearance in the next episode, I promise. I've been telling Palmer, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna drop a Ziggy episode. I'm gonna drop a Ziggy. And there's just no time to drop a Ziggy episode. I gotta make time. It's gonna happen next
Yeah.
episode.
Aw,
So-
I'll miss that.
It's okay. no worries.
That's true. That's right. So we're not gonna have Voltar next week. Do we have any confirmed guests, or
I'll
is this
look
just a
into it.
2-man?
I'll look into it.
Being coy.
I don't wanna make promises yet, but yeah, I'm gonna be looking into a guest.
All
So
right.
we'll see.
Yeah. This
Stay
will be
tuned.
my first time missing a session, I think.
I think
Or my
so,
second
yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Maybe second.
Yeah.
Second.
One and a
One
half, like
before?
half. You had a
Yeah.
half
Yeah.
session missed, but yeah.
Oh,
Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah, that's.
so JMC Gee asks, "Is this game for kids?"
Can be.
It can be if you play
if you
Shadowrun.
censor.
If you play it, yeah. If you play it like an episode of Spy or a movie of Spy Kids, or Kim Possible, I can see
Yes.
Shadowrun Anarchy kind of fitting that.
With the
but-
right GM, it could be for kids.
the
So
right
if you
GM,
try
it
and
can
run
be
it like
for
Kim
kids.
Possible, white dudes on the internet will complain about how the Kim Possible isn't sexy enough. So
I love Kim Possible.
And on that
Topical.
note, make sure you follow us on all of our social medias, especially
Yes.
Twitch Anarchy and Shadowcasters.
I was gonna stick in that that cool segue into like, will we have a guest next week or like next session? Like, you can find out by
Same
following
bat
us
time,
at
same bat
Twitch
channel.
Anarchy.
Oh, there you go.
Yes.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
You can also, and you can also follow us on Discord. Go to Shadowcasters.network/Discord. That's where our Discord channel is. We're a community of, we're getting close to like 2,000 people. We all love Shadowrun, and we have a channel dedicated specifically to join the Anarchy, so you can talk to us whenever you want.
Yeah.
So I guess, without further ado, we'll be back in 2 weeks. That's going to be our next episode. So that's going to be August, whatever.
August 12th.
August 13th.
13th.
Right.
Monday,
I
August
didn't remember.
13th,
It was
same
12
bad time,
or
same bad channel. And if you're going to Gen Con, I'm going to be there. So you can say hi.
Oh,
What are the dates for Gen Con?
Gen Con, it's this upcoming week.
Thursday?
Yeah, no, I'm going to be there the 2nd to the 5th.
Nice.
Thursday to Saturday. So
Gorgeous.
Maybe next year,
Jelly.
I'll be able to go to a convention.
I
but
would love to
Same.
have all of us just meet
It would
finally.
be cool.
Yeah, I was thinking it would be fun to do that next year. Perhaps.
For sure.
Perhaps we shall see.
For sure.
We'll see what's going on.
I think it would be funny if we all stayed at the same hotel and I was like, we were in rooms down from each other doing a session of Anarchy.
That actually happened to me when I was at Origins. I turned out to be the whole convention without knowing I was in the same hotel as Bobby.
That's amazing.
Oh my god.
We found out on the very last day while we were packing to leave. Like we were in the we were in the lobby in the parking lot. We were in the parking lot. We walked out and we're like, you were here this whole time? I could have had my rides with you instead of bothering Damien. Anyway, so
Oh, that's amazing.
point being, Shadowrun Anarchy is on sale on DriveThruRPGs. Thanks for the tip. That's $12.
12
Yeah.
Yanas.
Yeah, dude.
It's worth it.
Definitely.
It's
Witcher tabletop RPG. I'm super stoked. You better give me those deets.
I will.
I'm sure
I
I will look into it while you're there too. Because holy
All right,
shit.
so
I've been
I think it's
looking at
time. It's time for us
Yeah,
to
it's time.
GTFO.
Gotta skedaddle.
Thank you, everybody. See you in 2 weeks, or see you at Gen Con.
y'all.
Love you. Bye. Mwah, mwah,
Adios.
mwah. Thank you for joining.
Bye.